month as they work on the railroad, replacing the old track and improving reliability, they hope. Work starts October 16th and should be done by October 26th. I'm Wayne Cabot, ABC News.
WATD FM Marshfield.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.9 WATD.
959WATD.com.
61 degrees outside of our South Shore studios at 7:03. Good morning. I'm Dan McCready, WATD News. And the news being brought to you by The Clean Team. The Clean Team provides carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, and tile and grout cleaning. They also clean Oriental rugs and area rugs in their facility in Kingston. Learn more at thecleanteam.net. 4 people, including a firefighter, were injured and a pet cat died when fire tore through a mobile home in Holbrook. The mobile home on Medallion Road was fully engulfed in flames when firefighters arrived just after midnight yesterday. The fire extended to several vehicles and threatened adjacent structures. A live power line dropped to the ground during the height of the blaze, forcing firefighters to stay clear until it was de-energized. 3 residents of the mobile home and a firefighter were transported to a local hospital for treatment. All are expected to recover. A pet cat perished in the fire, but firefighters rescued 2 other pets. Fire officials say the blaze appears to have started on the front porch and was accidental. That fire remains under investigation. WATD News Time, 7:03. More of the day's top stories still to come.
Hi, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Sarah.
From the Clean Team. Our grandparents started the Clean Team in 1983.
The Clean Team covers the entire South Shore, traveling as far as Foxborough, Milton, and Cape Cod.
They deep clean carpets, upholstery, and wood floors in your home or office, and your bathrooms will shine after the Clean Team cleans the tile and grout in your shower and removes the soap scum from your shower glass.
The Clean Team even provides service calls for those times when your dog has an accident on your family room carpet or when you spill a cup of coffee on your favorite chair.
Oriental rugs, area rugs, and outdoor cushions can be cleaned at the Clean Team's facility in Kingston. Just drop off your rugs or cushions anytime, Monday through Friday.
Or call the office at 781-585-4678 for pickup and delivery. Go to thecleanteam.net for more info and to see before and after pictures.
Call the Clean Team.
WATD News Time, 7:04, and the news being brought to you by South Shore Gutter Monkeys. Experience exceptional care for your home with professional gutter cleaning, repair, and installation services. Contact South Shore Gutter Monkeys for a free estimate today. Jurors in the Lindsay Clancy murder trial have been hearing from the final witnesses in a case that has largely been about her mental state when she strangled her 3 young children in 2023. The trial resumed yesterday, and it included testimony in the afternoon from Dr. Gregory Satoff, the prosecution's final rebuttal witness. Prosecutor Jennifer Sprague questioned him about his interviews with Lindsay Clancy earlier in the year, in May and in June.
When I asked her about the voice that she heard, again, she said that it started really right after the telephone call at 5:34 with her husband, Patrick. And she said it was a man's voice. It was very clear. It was external. In other words, it came from outside of her head. That it was constant. So this phrase, "This is your last chance. You have to kill your kids and then kill yourself," was something that was repeated over and over and over and over again during that period that she strangled her children. And then just as soon as it had started, it stopped at when she had finished killing the children, strangling the children.
Satoff is a professor of emergency medicine and a forensic psychiatrist. He's also done work for the FBI. Court resumes this morning at 9 a.m. The trial is expected to move on to closing arguments by Thursday. The Boston Symphony Orchestra musicians approved a new contract averting a possible strike. The new 3-year agreement was reached yesterday between the BSO musicians, the Boston Musicians Association, and the BSO trustees and is in effect through August of 2029. The BSO musicians had threatened to strike last week when the negotiations hit an impasse. The Musicians Association said the contract creates a precedent-setting partnership between musicians and management in artistic planning and establishes a collaborative process in the search for their next music director. There has been tension between the musicians and the BSO trustees when the trustees announced in March that they were not renewing the contract of music director Andres Nilsson that was to expire at the end of Tanglewood's 2027 season. WATD News Time coming up on 7:08. Traffic and weather on the 9s is next.
I'm Bobby Downspout of the South Shore Gutter Monkeys, and today we recognize another everyday American hero, the South Shore Gutter Monkey Gutter Installation Team.
No I in team.
Covering the entire South Shore, these defenders of drainage will remove your old gutters and scrape and paint the fascia board so the surface is South Shore Gutter Monkey approved.
We're talking smooth.
Replacing damaged trim is no problem for these woodworking primates, and with the gutter installation truck right on the premises, these aerial artisans of extruded aluminum will custom build and install your new gutters, with every member of the team actually using a level for proper pitch. And with the benefit of battery-operated tools and the use of the opposable thumb, these prehensiled primates of the sky will install your new gutters behind the drip edge and double seal your end caps and miters for a lifelong watertight seal.
Yowza!
To see a live performance at your home, call the South Shore Gutter Monkeys at 508-477-9100.
Now write that number down.
Or visit SouthShoreGutterMonkeys.com.
Take it, Johnny.
No monkeys were harmed in the making of this commercial.
Now, WATD traffic and weather on the 9s.
7:09, and taking a look at the ride this morning along Route 3 on the northbound side. No issues as you make your way from Plymouth and Kingston right up into Weymouth. Got some slowdowns, though, after Route 18 up towards Union Street. The expressway is slow from Adams Street up towards Andrews Square. It's about a 22-minute drive, Braintree to Boston. 93 is slow out of Braintree, getting over to Ponkapog. 128 is heavy 95 to 109. 24 northbound is slow as you make your way up out of Brockton and Avon up past 139. And down the Cape, not too bad at the Sagamore. 25 east is slow approaching the Bourne. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now, the updated South Shore weather.
Across Greater Boston, the Metro South and the South Shore, we're starting off with temperatures into the upper 50s and low 60s. We won't see quite as much sunshine here for the day today. Clouds will be on the increase. Your top temp will be near 80 degrees. Coming up for tonight, plan on just a few clouds. Overnight low temperatures will be near 60. For tomorrow, plan on some partial sunshine. The breeze will start to freshen a little bit out of the south. Highs will be into the mid-80s. A touch on the unsettled side for Friday with scattered showers and some thundery downpours. The high temperature near 80. And then we'll head into the weekend with cooler and drier air for Saturday. Some partial sun. Highs will be into the upper 70s. Sunday's sunny with a top temp in the low 80s. Next weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Josh Nichols.
62 degrees at the weather station WATD. I'm Dan McCready at 7:11. The South Shore's morning news continues now on 95.9 WATD.
Thanks for waking up with us. This South Shore's morning news. 95.9 FM, WATD everywhere on the Audacy app. And we also have the YouTube camera fired up. WATD Radio on YouTube. You can like, you can watch, you can subscribe, watch live or later. WATD Radio on YouTube. I'm Rob Hakala with the morning team. Great to have you here. We had a wonderful day at the Marshfield Fair yesterday. I'm going to replay the audio from yesterday when I had a chance to talk with some of those young individuals, young women, I should say, who were there at the Marshfield Fair yesterday. So proud of the animals they take care of. And many of them are going to be going into this field as they go into college and eventually graduate. And it was so great to see how knowledgeable they are. And it is 4-H Day today, so we'll play that interview coming up. And then also, I think in the 8 o'clock hour, we'll have some more Marshfield Fair tickets to give away. Just a couple of things to mention. I think it was Karen Paulette, Marshfield Veterans, texted in, reminding everybody the Marshfield Veterans Services Veterans Coffee Hour. Please join them for coffee, refreshments, benefit information, and, of course, camaraderie. Guest speaker is Maureen Gillis, Director of Development, Hull Life-Saving Museum, along with Luke Darmetko. And that's today, Wednesday, August 26, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Marshfield Council on Aging, 230 Webster Street in Marshfield. All right, a few other things quickly to mention. If you can join us, we're going to take the show out on the road on Fridays, so you don't have to watch on YouTube. We won't have the YouTube feed up, as we will be out of the studio. We're going to do the show 6 to 10 from the Pilgrim Hall Museum, where we have done the show the last several years towards the end of August. And we're going to do the show right from the front steps of the Pilgrim Hall Museum at 75 Court Street. And I hope you can join us 6 to 10 a.m. on Friday morning. We're going to even play a live Name That Tune with Stephen Kurdianis on site at 7:10. So that's going to be fun. That's happening Friday, 6 to 10. You can come on down and hang out with us. And then on Saturday, don't forget, it is the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce Waterfront Festival, and we will be doing several live broadcasts. The WATD booth will be set up near the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce booth at the corner of Layden and Water Streets, and we're going to be there from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. on Saturday, 10 to 6. So come on over and say hello and introduce yourself. It would be good to see you down at the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce Waterfront Festival. So it's going to be a very, very busy week on WATD, and we hope you come on out. All right, so let's talk about the Marshfield Fair, which continues, of course, the 158th Marshfield Fair. It's going on, and it runs through Sunday. And today is, let's see, so today would be the 4-H Day, and this is going on through the day. So we thought we'd talk a little bit about that, as today is August 26. 4-H members who wear their Plymouth County 4-H t-shirts are admitted free. 4-H and Agricultural Awareness Day, all day today at the Marshfield Fair. All right, so let's play the interviews yesterday, as we had a chance to attend the fair, and I walked around with David Wolfson. We took a look at some of the sheep and the cows and some of the other animals over in the big barn.
David, have we ever been this close to the cows?
No.
Yeah, we are now inside here. We're in the in one of the barn type buildings here at the Marshfield Fair. We're here with the 4-H crew, and we're going to learn about the animals. There's such a crowd, they had to step inside here, so the cows are on the other side. So I'm going to go down the line here, and you can tell us your first name and town.
I'm Zoe. I'm from Pembroke.
Zoe from Pembroke.
I'm Maddie from Halifax.
Maddie from Halifax.
I'm Julia from Hingham.
Julia from Hingham, man.
Oh, I'm Lyndall from Duxbury.
Linda?
Lyndall.
Lyndall from Duxbury. Okay. All right, so we'll go back here. Lyndall, tell us about what's going on at the Marshfield Fair, and tell us what type of animals that you most work with.
So I'm here with the Hoof and Whiskers and Lucky for Livestock 4-H clubs, and right now is the dairy goat show, so I just finished showing my goat. But this week I'm exhibiting a market lamb, a sheep, a goat, and a dairy cow from Hornstra Farm. So
Hornstra Farm?
Yes.
That's my favorite place to get ice cream.
Me too.
Oh, it's great over there. Okay. Now, so Lyndall, tell us about, do you hope to go into a field of study?
Yeah, so I am a senior this year, and I plan to study agricultural business in the fall of next year. So I'm applying to colleges right now, and I definitely want to do something with agriculture or animal science.
Wow, that's great. Well, good luck to you.
Yeah, good luck.
That's amazing.
Thank
Lyndall.
you.
All right, and your first name again?
Julia.
Julia from Hingham?
Yes.
All right, so tell us about what type of animals you work with.
So I mostly work with dairy cows, the Holsteins in particular. Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
We work at O'Neill Farm in Duxbury, Mr. O'Neill.
Yeah.
We love him so much. We thank him. We love to thank him every single day for letting us
use his cows, lease them every day, and get to show them at the fairs.
Oh, that's amazing. And people should come down here, right, and take a look around.
Yeah, we should come see the cows. There's a bunch of them. The whole barn's full with them.
Oh, that's great. Well, congratulations and everything. And you, I imagine, probably all of you are hoping to go into some kind of related field?
Yes, the farming industry, yeah.
That's great. And your first name again?
Maddie.
Maddie, okay. And Maddie, tell us about what type of animals you specialize in.
I specialize in dairy cows with the Farmtastic 4-H'ers at O'Neill Farm in Duxbury. Like Julia said, we're very grateful that Mr. O'Neill allows us to show these cows every year. He's 90 years old and still goes out there and works with the cows.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
90 years?
Oh, yeah. It's a generational farm, and, we can't thank him enough. He's taught us all we know.
Wow, that's amazing. And people should come down here.
Definitely.
Marshfield Fair. And your name again?
Zoe.
Zoe, I met you before, Zoe. I think.
Yes, last year you held one of our goats.
Oh, yeah, I was holding goats that year. That was 2025. All right, this year I'm going to try to, now, Zoe, tell us about, no, I'm not going to hold it. No, but tell us again, because I know you worked in this also for many years, just like everyone here.
Yeah, so I started coming here when I was 6 years old. I started showing dairy goats with the Hoof Prints Club, and then I joined Hoof and Whiskers, same as Lyndall. I got my own herd when I was about 12, and then my own goats have been coming to the fair for a really long time. It's an amazing place for all of our exhibitors to be able to show off their animals and all their hard work that they do for the entire year. We spend a really long time preparing for this moment, for these shows, and just to get to have people come down and meet our animals and ask questions about our animals. So it's definitely an amazing place to come check out.
And do you like so much that people are generally, they're very happy. You bring them joy, the animals bring them joy. Do you like seeing those moments?
Absolutely. My favorite thing is the young kids who come and they start learning about animals, and if we can encourage kids to join 4-H and look into their local agriculture and join their 4-H communities, that is my favorite thing, when we can start to educate people, because it's not something that everyone always has access to around here. So getting to give people an opportunity to see these farm animals that they don't always get to see in their everyday life feels really special.
Yeah, and now you're seeing like you from 6 years old, you're seeing them now, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. This is great. And by the way, all of you, imagine, as we know, farms are so important, right? And we know Mr. O'Neill, you just highlighted Mr. O'Neill being 90 years old. It's important, right, to continue, and I was glad that Hornstra brought that property. I imagine you guys know how important, right, it is still to have farm and land?
Yes. I attend an agricultural high school, and I'm also the Massachusetts State Agricultural Youth Ambassador, so
wow.
So I do a lot of advocating for agriculture, and it's very important to spread the word and get all the people out here to see what we do.
Well, thank you, all of you. Very impressive for what you do, and tomorrow is 4-H Day, right?
Yes.
All right, so everybody come down to the Marshfield Fair, right?
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much for allowing us to be here.
Thank you.
David, this is great. Hopefully we can get out, though.
Rob, I'm very nervous, Rob.
Well, I know, yeah. So the cows don't seem to mind us, huh? Okay.
That was yesterday at the Marshfield Fair, and so 4-H Day is today. And over. The Marshfield Fair runs through Sunday, noon to 10 every day. 7:19, back out to the roads we go. WATD's traffic and weather on the 9s. The expressway is slow, Adams Street up to Southampton Street. Route 3 looks pretty good from Plymouth and Kingston right up into Weymouth. Some slowdowns through Braintree. 24 is sluggish. Route 27 in Brockton up to 139. Down the Cape, a little slow at the Sagamore. 25 East is slow at the Bourne. And it looks okay on 495 up through Wareham. We did have some slowdowns on 93. Reduced speeds from Braintree getting over to Ponkapog, and 128 northbound is sluggish from 95 in Canton up to 109 in Dedham. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather. Let's get the details now. Meteorologist Josh Nichols with the South Shore's most accurate and dependable weather, and it's sponsored by Stewart Painting. Every job done right and on time. Receive a virtual quote within 24 hours. And now hiring. Apply online. StewartPaint.com. StewartPaint.com.
Across Greater Boston, the Metro South and the South Shore, we're starting off with temperatures into the upper 50s and low 60s. We won't see quite as much sunshine here for the day today. Clouds will be on the increase. Your top temp will be near 80 degrees. Coming up for tonight, plan on just a few clouds. Overnight low temperatures will be near 60. For tomorrow, plan on some partial sunshine. The breeze will start to freshen a little bit out of the south. Highs will be into the mid-80s. A touch on the unsettled side for Friday with scattered showers and some thundery downpours. The high temperature near 80. And then we'll head into the weekend with cooler and drier air for Saturday. Some partial sun. Highs will be into the upper 70s. Sunday's sunny with a top temp in the low 80s. Next weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Josh Nichols.
Thanks, Josh. And right now, outside our studio in Marshfield, the temperature 63 degrees at the weather station. WATD Sports next.
What was your experience like the last time you had your home painted? Hi, I'm Sheldon Stewart of Stewart Painting. For more than 3 decades, we have provided our customers with a wonderful, unique experience. You'll notice this from the moment you call and speak to a friendly, real person. Stewart Painting estimators come out and give you a free estimate that will be in your inbox before they leave the driveway. Upon acceptance, a detailed package will be emailed to you, including start dates for both washing and painting. Stewart Painting will also assign a crew leader to manage your project from start to finish. Upon completion, a final walkthrough confirms your satisfaction, and we offer a 2-year guarantee. At Stewart Painting, we have our own in-house washing, carpentry, and painting divisions, and all employees are background checked. Experience the difference. Visit stewartpaint.com or visit our offices in Hingham and Hyannis. Stewart Painting. Expect the best.
7:23, time now for WATD Sports. Good morning, I'm Rob Hakala, and our sports report is sponsored by Mutual of Omaha and our good friend David Tortolot, your local reverse mortgage specialist. If you are looking to talk about a reverse mortgage, this is the guy to talk with. David Tortolot, Mutual of Omaha Reverse Mortgages. Contact David today, 617-797-3277. That's 617-797-3277. Mutual of Omaha. All right, so the Red Sox get the win last night as the Red Sox beat the Marlins in Miami 7-3 thanks to a grand slam that came in the 11th inning by Jarren Duran. It is the 5th win in a row and 9th win in 12 games for the Red Sox. Here's the call of the hit in the top of the 11th. This audio courtesy of WEEI Radio. Let's listen.
A slam for Duran, and the Red Sox lead it 7-3 in the 11th.
There you go, and the Red Sox win it 7-3. The Red Sox have won 5 in a row. The Sox will try and go for a sweep of the Marlins tonight in Miami at 6:40 with Sonny Gray on the mound. And the Patriots will be wrapping up the preseason tomorrow night in Cleveland when they take on the Browns at 8. And that is our quick update on sports on WATD. Our digital pro, Kim Commando, coming up. I'm here with David Tortolot, a local certified reverse mortgage professional with Mutual of Omaha Reverse Mortgage. David, for people age 62 or older that want to stay in their home long term and are still carrying a mortgage balance or home equity line of credit balance, how could a reverse mortgage help them?
If you're 62 or older and have enough equity in your home, you can refinance your regular mortgage or home equity line into a reverse mortgage, which gives you the choice of continuing to make your monthly principal and interest mortgage payment or to make no monthly principal and interest payments at all, because reverse mortgages don't require monthly principal and interest payments.
Call 617-797. I'm here with David Tortolot, a local certified reverse mortgage professional with Mutual of Omaha Reverse Mortgage. David, for people age 62 or older that want to stay in their home long term and are still carrying a mortgage balance or home equity line of credit balance, how could a reverse mortgage help them?
If you're 62 or older and have enough equity in your home, you can refinance your regular mortgage or home equity line into a reverse mortgage, which gives you the choice of continuing to make your monthly principal and interest mortgage payment or to make no monthly principal and interest payments at all, because reverse mortgages don't require monthly principal and interest payments.
Call 617-797-3277. NMLS number 46902. Lender NMLS number 1025894. Lender, equal housing lender. Borrower must occupy home as primary residence and remain current on property taxes, homeowners insurance, the costs of home maintenance, and any HOA fees. Time now is 7:26 on the South Shore's Morning News, and let's check in with our digital pro. Here is Kim Commando.
Calling the doctor is not what it once was. Today, most hospitals and physicians have an online patient portal. There you can see your medical records and communicate directly with your physician and staff. But how can you make sure that you actually get an answer to your questions? I'm Kim Commando for Splash of AI. Every Thursday, I show regular people how to use AI to solve real problems, save money, and get ahead. It's free at splashofai.com. If you simply ask your doctor a question at the portal, no greeting, no Dear Dr. Smith, just a short question, studies prove that you have less than a 25% chance of getting an answer. But if you include a warm greeting like Dear Dr. Smith and send a 100 to 150 word message and no more, describe your symptoms, when they begin, it's getting worse, and your specific questions, the chances of getting a prompt answer rise to nearly 100%. As long as you resist the urge to dump in a huge ChatGPT observation or self-diagnosis. Get more insider secrets like this with my free newsletter. Sign up right now. GetKim.com.
By the middle of the week, so much news has come your way, you need your own team to sort it out. Lucky for you, there's Jared Valenzola and the JV team to talk about the things you've heard and catch you up on some things you might not know.
I'm Jared Valenzola. Join me and my guests as we have fun with current events and try to put things into perspective each week. Sponsored by Corey Welch of Boom Realty. Catch the JV team tonight at 6:15 here on 95.9 WATD.
7:28 on the South Shore's Morning News as we are coming to you from the WATD Coastal Heritage Bank Studios. Community-focused, locally trusted since 1889. Coastal Heritage Bank, growing together. Member FDIC, member DIF. Coastal Heritage Bank. And you can check out the WATD Coastal Heritage Bank Studios up on our YouTube page, WATD Radio on YouTube. WATD Radio on YouTube. I want to remind you to join WATD at the Collectors Convention of New England this Sunday at the Wolves Den in Pembroke. Whether you are passionate about sports cards, Pokemon, trading card games, vintage toys, comics, memorabilia, or unique collectibles, the Collectors Convention of New England is the place to be. The event begins Saturday and Sunday at 8 a.m. at the Wolves Den in Pembroke, and you can stop by to see WATD's Larry Nelson on hand on Sunday. Meet Larry 12:30 to 3:30 Sunday at the Wolves Den in Pembroke. Learn more and plan your visit today at ccnewengland.com. All right, 7:30 news is coming up. We'll check in with Dan McCready. Next half hour, Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce segment with Amy Naples. And your text messages are always welcome. The WATD text line, sponsored by Auto Shine Auto Body in Abington and Braintree. Text the show, 781-837-4900. 7:29, traffic and weather on the 9s. And the Route 3 northbound ride is slow around Route 18 in Weymouth up into Braintree. Southbound is slow at the Sagamore. 25 east busy on the approach to the Bourne. 93 northbound getting reports of a crash in the median. 93 north after Route 37 in Braintree. Northbound expressway is slow. Adams Street up towards Southampton Street. Getting word of a disabled truck in the left shoulder, 25 east approaching the Bourne. And 24 is some slow spots coming up from Route 27 in Brockton, up past 139 in Stoughton. South Shore weather for today, lots of sun, some variable clouds, a high 81. Tonight, some variable clouds, a low down to 62. Right now, 64 in Marshfield. Good morning. The time now is 7:30.
The South Shore's Morning News on 95.9 FM WATD.
64 degrees outside of our South Shore studios at 7:30. Good morning. I'm Dan McCready, WATD News. And the news being brought to you by Cross Insurance. For all your home, auto, and business insurance needs, contact Cross Insurance on Ocean Street in Marshfield. Dr. Kirk Helbrin, a forensic psychologist and rebuttal witness for the prosecution, was asked to give his diagnosis in regards to Lindsay Clancy's mental health.
Now, Doctor, did you form an opinion to a reasonable degree of psychological certainty as to whether or not the defendant was suffering from a mental disease or defect at the time she killed her children?
I did, yes.
And what is that opinion?
That opinion is yes, she was. She was experiencing bipolar II disorder, depressive symptoms, and there were other things that were exacerbating that, making it worse. One is the sleep problems and probably the continued adverse reactions to medication and so on. But yes, in my opinion, she did have a mental disease or defect on January 24th.
And doctor, to a reasonable degree of psychological certainty, did you form an opinion as to whether or not the defendant appreciated the criminality or wrongfulness of her conduct when she killed her children?
I did, yes. And I'm at the end of my report, I was very careful about how I phrased this, and so
sustained. If you could just answer the question regarding your opinion.
So yes, you formed an opinion?
I did, yes.
And what is that opinion?
That opinion is that she retained an awareness of the illegality of killing others, including killing her children. Her moral awareness of the wrongfulness of this killing was influenced by her strong desire to die, and, if she were dead, not to leave her children behind.
During cross-examination, defense attorney Kevin Reddington asked about Dr. Halbrand's expertise in this field.
Is there one article, that you wrote about a woman who is pregnant, who is undergoing postpartum depression, and God forbid, psychosis?
No.
But you did write an article 49 years ago. You published an article on psychosis in 1977 with your dad. Well, you were in college, apparently, right? Right?
Yeah, I was his research assistant at that time when I was in college, yes.
Okay. And this is before you entered graduate school, and you used the diagnostic framework that no longer exists, didn't you, back then?
It was a long time ago.
Right. And actually, it was 3 years before the DSM was even written, DSM-1, back in the Stone Age.
It was a while ago.
That's the only article you ever wrote dealing with that issue. Is that correct, sir?
Dealing with what issue, sir?
Postpartum psychosis.
Ah. Yes.
Does I mean yes? Thank you.
Prosecutors say Clancy deliberately killed her kids, arguing that she sent her husband out on errands before strangling the children and then attempting suicide. The defense says Clancy was experiencing postpartum psychosis and was unable to appreciate the wrongfulness of her actions. WATD News Time, 7:34. More of the day's top stories still to come.
Searching for ways to save on your insurance premiums? Hi, I'm Carol from Cross Insurance, with local offices in Braintree and Marshfield. Cross Insurance and Safety Insurance want to help you save. Did you know that increasing the deductibles on your homeowners and auto insurance could help lower your insurance premiums? Plus, by insuring both your home and car with Safety Insurance and Cross Insurance, you could potentially save up to 20%. Safety Insurance has numerous coverage options, competitive pricing, and a broad selection of discounts, including a customer loyalty discount, good student, and a discount for paying your policy in full. With more than 75 years in business, Cross Insurance has the local experience you need and the great service you deserve. Our team is here to answer any questions you may have about coverage options and available discounts. If you're searching for savings, call Cross Insurance at 781-848-8600 to get started. That's Cross Insurance at 781-848-8600.
WATD News Time, 7:35, and the news being brought to you by Early Law Group. Injured? Call early before it's too late. 617-444-7777. A second case of West Nile virus has been reported in Massachusetts. The State Department of Public Health said on Monday that a man in his 60s was exposed in Middlesex County. This follows last week's report that a man in his 90s was infected by the virus, also in Middlesex County. Health officials say that the risk for West Nile virus has been elevated in the greater Boston area. West Nile positive mosquitoes have been detected in several counties, including Plymouth and Norfolk counties. Officials advise residents to limit outdoor activity after dusk and remove any standing water in your yard. Dolly Parton, music star, actor, and beloved figure who spanned generations, has died at the age of 80. Ed Donahue reports.
Her family says Dolly Parton died peacefully in Nashville. She was 80. Parton rose from life in a log cabin in the Tennessee mountains to the height of stardom. She wrote hundreds of classic songs, including Jolene, 9 to 5, and At 13, Dolly Parton appeared at the Grand Ole Opry. She entered the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2022.
I'm a rock star now!
Dolly Parton was also known as a philanthropist.
There's nothing like that feeling, a feeling like you have really done something good, that has really done some good.
Brian Seaver is Parton's nephew.
Dolly called me and said she wants to rest in a beautiful bed of plush cotton because after a life wearing heavy rhinestones, she finally deserves to be comfortable and have some rest. Rest in peace, Aunt Dolly.
Parton's husband of nearly 60 years, Carl Dean, died last year. I'm Ed Donahue.
Iran will not allow military vessels to transit through the Strait of Hormuz if the agreement the Islamic Republic is negotiating with Oman is finalized. That's what Iran's deputy foreign minister told state TV on last night. The top diplomats of the two countries met to discuss managing commercial shipping traffic in the vital waterway, which remains largely shut down nearly 6 months after the Iran war began. Meanwhile, Israel strikes continued in Gaza, where a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war appears increasingly fragile. WATD News Time, 7:38. Traffic and weather on the 9s next.
Hi, I'm attorney Chris Early. If you've been injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or another serious accident, you may be feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and unsure of what to do next. That's where me and my team can help. At Early Law Group, we take the time to listen, answer your questions, and guide you through the legal process every step of the way. We believe every client deserves personal attention and compassionate representation.
Injured? Call early before it's too late. Early Law Group, 617-444-7777. That's 617-444-7777.
Call early before it's too late.
Now, WATD traffic and weather on the 9s.
And good morning. The time now is 7:39. And taking a look at the ride getting to the Cape, we do have some slowdowns here, and we want to thank our road reporter, Bob from Carver, that says we have a truck broken down on the coming on Cape side of the Bourne Bridge. So we had, again, a disabled truck, and was reported to be there. And Bob says it is slow there, and it's making for an extra delay, 25 east, approaching the Bourne Bridge, trying to get up on the bridge there. So thank you, Bob from Carver, for the update on that. And again, that is 25 east, again, coming towards the, getting onto the Cape side there of the Bourne Bridge, I guess, as you make your way down into the Rotary. Now over at the Sagamore Bridge, looks like that's getting heavier. Route 3 southbound, about a mile delay at the Sagamore. Route 3 on the northbound side. That looks good from Plymouth to Weymouth. Then some pockets up in Braintree. 24 northbound delays starting around Route 27 in Brockton. The expressway northbound. Heavy Furnace Brook up towards Southampton Street. 93 northbound, we had a crash in the median. 93 north near Route 37 in Braintree. So we've got delays there back towards Route 24 in Randolph. And now we're told with that disabled truck, there is a tow truck coming up on scene there, approaching that breakdown there on the at the Bourne. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather.
At the Blue Hill Observatory, the sun rose at 6:03 this morning, and it will set tonight at 7:27 p.m. We're losing about 2.5 minutes of daylight per day now as we get closer and closer to fall. It'll be another dry day for Blue Hill. 1.73 inches of rainfall has been recorded for the month of August, and that represents a departure from normal of about 1.5 inches. Total precipitation for the year at 25.83 inches. That's a departure on the negative side of 8 inches. So we could use the rain, but we'll just find an increase in cloud cover for today. Your top temp at 80 degrees. Coming up for tonight, look for just a few clouds. Overnight low temperatures will be near 60. A southerly breeze will freshen for tomorrow with some partial sunshine. High temperatures will be into the mid-80s. Friday offers up scattered showers and a couple of thundery downpours. The high temperature near 80 degrees. As we head into the weekend, look for some partial sunshine for Saturday with highs in the upper 70s. Sunday's mostly sunny with a southwesterly breeze and a top temp close to 80. Next weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Josh Nichols.
64 degrees at the weather station WATD. I'm Dan McCready at 7:42. The South Shore's morning news continues now on 95.9 WATD.
All right, good morning. Great to have you along. The South Shore's morning news. Rob Hakala with the morning team. It is a Wednesday morning, and that means it's time now to check in with Amy Naples. Amy Naples, the Executive Director, Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce. Amy, good morning.
Good morning, Rob. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How you doing, Amy, here in late August?
I'm doing great.
All right.
Doing fantastic. It's a big week for us. It's kind of our Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, yeah, it must be going. Is it like nuts over there at the office?
It sure is. It's Waterfront Festival all day, every day.
All right, Waterfront Festival all day and all night. That's all they live and breathe right now because it's
That's
coming
right.
up, and it's the moment everyone's been waiting for, and it's almost here. So we're going to go and spend this whole segment, Amy, kind of taking us through the entire day, which is it's open to the public for 8 hours on Saturday.
That is correct. So it's happening this Saturday, August 29th, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So all of the activities happening are within that time frame. We have lots of people who do arrive early, but we advise around 10 a.m. is the start time.
Yeah, and that's the time when all the booths will be set up, and so you want to give people a chance to kind of get ready for those that are going to be selling wares and different trucks and that kind of thing, right?
That is correct. So we have over 240 artisans, crafters, nonprofits, local businesses participating, and they're going to be lined up all along Water Street. They're going to be ready for you at 10 a.m. We have so much going on. We have a Rebels and Rods car show happening from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., and that's happening over in front of the seawall, still on Water Street across from 71 West, and that's been there. So from the rotary on the waterfront down to where the vendors start, which is the corner of Brewster Street and Water Street. So the Rebels and Rods car show will be happening there. They have lots going on, so be sure to check all the amazing classic cars going out. I know they have contests and things going on throughout the day as well. So 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. is the Rebels and Rods car show. Our annual Ducky Dash race is happening at 4 p.m. in Brewster Gardens. That is a very big race. We have over 1,500 ducks taking a splash and hitting the Brewster Gardens river there.
And that's
stream, I should say.
Yeah.
And they're going to be racing to see who's first. And you can purchase the duck all day at the Chamber tent, which is located at the entrance of Brewster Gardens, right next to our friends WATD's tent.
Woo-hoo. Yeah, we'll be there. Yeah, so we'll be right there at the corner there of Wet Laden and Water, and we're going to be. You'll have your booth there, and then you'll see us over there.
Yes, that is correct. So, if anyone's interested in purchasing ducks or learn more information, we have a special 250th duck, kind of a special race this year for that as well. Also in Brewster Gardens, we have the Kids Discovery Zone. So there's a petting zoo. We have Mega Bubbles. There's also the Young Entrepreneurs Marketplace, which is our local kiddos who are local entrepreneurs setting up in Brewster Gardens. We also have lots of children's activities, including mini golf, happening in Brewster Gardens. And that is all day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
All right. So, boy, there's so many different things, and food, music, all of that sort of stuff, too.
Yes, of course. So we have amazing food, of course, and that will be lined up in front of the amphitheater in that crescent there, and we have an amazing entertainment lineup. We have the Sam Luke Chase Trio starting off the day. Then we have Johnny Bass Band at the car show happening. Then we have Vinyl Revival on the main stage, which is the amphitheater. We'll have DJ Butter happening all day in Brewster Gardens. Then we have Cold Start on the main stage, the Plymouth Amphitheater at 1 o'clock. The Whiskey Treaty Roadshow. And then to end the day, we have Carlin Tripp and Billy Thompson. So there's a great entertainment lineup planned for the Waterfront Festival. So some people like to just grab a bite to eat there, sit in the grass and chill out and listen to some wonderful local musicians.
Oh, boy. Wow. Okay. So a lot of great stuff coming up through the day. And again, it's 10 to 6. You just show up anytime you want to come on by between 10 and 6. And you can shop, you can eat, you can listen and watch musicians. It's so much fun. And as you mentioned as well, the kids also will have their special areas, so you can go over and see them. And we hope you come on by and say hello to us. And I'll be there in the morning. We'll have our talk show host there on Saturday morning. And then later on, we'll have a lot of our personalities. So we'll be at the booth. Someone will be there all day long. So it's going to be great, Amy. And the weather looks good.
The weather looks perfect. And I just want to mention, if you're looking for areas for parking, you can head on over to parkplymouth.com to get a good idea of the different parking lots, and also utilize the Ride Circuit app. So if you are parked a little further, be sure to download the Ride Circuit app, and you can get a ride into the Waterfront Festival ground. So it makes it a little easier for you.
Okay, all right. So again, that's usually the big question is will be the parking, and how can someone get as close as possible. And we know obviously for this type of festival, Amy, they do need to block off a lot of areas, and that'll be closed starting very early in the morning, right?
That is correct. So the street closures start at 6 a.m. So the festival grounds, which is from the Waterfront Rotary down to Union Street, will be completely closed from 6 a.m. on. Some of the side streets will be open, but for the most part, those will be closed for any access to the waterfront. For example, North Street will be closed, but you can park on North Street.
Okay. All right. So again, best to utilize the website and try to find some of those areas, or I always recommend if you can carpool and that sort of thing, and then just make a day of it and enjoy it. And as you mentioned as well, the weather looks to be, at least we're looking right now, it says upper 7. No, okay. Yeah. So, I mean, we're not talking like the hottest day it's been at the Waterfront Festival.
We've had some hot days. It's looking perfect. It's not too much sun, some good cloud coverage, and it looks like high 70s.
Yeah, I think that is going to be great. All right. Well, make sure you come on down and see us and plan and block out your Saturday. The Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce Waterfront Festival. And Amy, there's more online if people want to get all the details, right?
That is correct. You can head on over to PlymouthChamber.com or PlymouthWaterfrontFestival.com, and you'll get all the information right there. Certainly give us a call with any questions. We'll happy to assist you.
Oh, Amy Naples with us this morning. Amy is the Executive Director of the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce, and we will see you down at the waterfront on Saturday. Thank you, Amy.
Yes, Rob, I will see you on Saturday. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'll see you Saturday. All right, there's
Okay,
Amy Naples, Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce. And don't forget, we will be down there. We'll have our WATD van, and we would love to see you, so stop on down. All right, let's see. Taking a look at the ride now, traffic and weather. Route 3 on the northbound side. Looks to be in pretty decent shape here from Plymouth and Duxbury up into Hingham. Then some slowdowns getting by Route 18 and Union Street. Southbound is slow for about a mile at the Sagamore. 25 east, slow at the Bourne. We did have that disabled truck cleared from the area there before the Bourne Bridge, so it's a little extra heavy. 25 east approaching the Bourne. 24 in the northbound side is slow. As you make your way up, we had a little bit of a pocket coming up in the Brockton area near Route 123, and then it was slow again from Harrison Boulevard up towards 139 in Stoughton. 128 on the northbound side is slow from 95 in Canton as you make your way up into Dedham. Also delays on 93 on the southbound side from Braintree over towards Ponkapog. 93 north is slow. Route 24 to the expressway. The expressway is heavy Furnace Brook up towards Southampton Street. The drive time Braintree to Boston is coming in about 28 minutes. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather. Let's get the details now for you. And meteorologist Josh Nichols with the South Shore's most accurate and dependable weather. And it's sponsored by Brennan's Smoke Shop, Massachusetts classic smoke shop since 1993. Now also on Route 3A in Hudson, New Hampshire. Shop their unmatched selection of quality cigars and tobacco products today from Brennan's.
Across Greater Boston, the Metro South and the South Shore, we're starting off with temperatures into the upper 50s and low 60s. We won't see quite as much sunshine here for the day today. Clouds will be on the increase. Your top temp will be near 80 degrees. Coming up for tonight, plan on just a few clouds. Overnight low temperatures will be near 60. For tomorrow, plan on some partial sunshine. The breeze will start to freshen a little bit out of the south. Highs will be into the mid-80s. A touch on the unsettled side for Friday with scattered showers and some thundery downpours. The high temperature near 80. And then we'll head into the weekend with cooler and drier air for Saturday. Some partial sun. Highs will be into the upper 70s. Sunday's sunny with a top temp in the low 80s. Next weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Josh Nichols.
Thanks, Josh. And right now, outside our studio in Marshfield, we are at 66 degrees at the weather station. WATD Sports next.
Hey, it's Jeff from Brennan's Smoke Shop. I've always been honest with you. We took 17 days suspension the end of February. Luckily, the snowstorm shut everything down. Tough winter. We're still here fighting to keep our small business alive in this Commonwealth. We've been fighting. We don't want to fight anymore. That's why everyone has to scan ID for our tobacco products. Brennan's Smoke Shop, the best smoke shop in Massachusetts. Customers gotta scan their IDs. Have a good day.
All right, 7:54 WATD Sports, sponsored by Cape Cod 5, passionate about supporting the financial wellness of individuals, families, and businesses across southeastern Massachusetts. Visit their new location on Commerce Way in Plymouth today, Cape Cod 5. Red Sox got the win last night in 11 innings. The Red Sox beating the Miami Marlins 7-3 in Miami, thanks to a grand slam in the 11th by Jarren Duran. 5 in a row for the Red Sox now. They'll try and go for a sweep of the Marlins tonight in Miami at 6:40 with Sonny Gray on the mound. Christian Gonzalez is back practicing with the New England Patriots. However, he still does not have a long-term contract extension. He returned to practice Monday after being sidelined since August 10 with a minor injury. Patriots Vice President Player personnel, Elliott Wolf, says the team still wants to make Gonzalez the highest paid cornerback in NFL history. Gonzalez is playing under his rookie deal, which he signed in 2023. The Patriots will wrap up the preseason tomorrow night in Cleveland when they take on the Browns tomorrow night at 8. That's our update on sports.
At Cape Cod 5, we believe financial strength isn't built alone. It's built together. From saving for a home to working toward retirement or planning for the future, we're here to provide tools, guidance, and personal service to help you move forward with confidence. And our team of community bankers will partner with you every step of the way because we care about your financial goals. And together, we can help you achieve them. We look forward to helping you. CapeCod5.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 401717.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
It was the summer of 1969, and Toby Gibson was taking the prettiest girl in school, Diane Lane, on their first official date. Toby's dad let him take his prized Ford LTD Country Squire, a beautiful vehicle with wood grain paneling, massive interior space, and a V8 engine, to the Marshfield Drive-In Theater. Toby was pulling out all the stops. Easy Rider was playing on the big screen that night, and Toby and Diane saw most of the movie. Of course, Toby was going to clean all the popcorn that had somehow found its way onto the floor before he returned his dad's car. But when the movie ended, Toby wasn't thinking about that just yet, or about much of anything, really. A love struck Toby's head was still up in the clouds. Amidst first love's fog, Toby forgot to unhook the speaker from the car, pulled away, and came crashing back to earth as that speaker smashed through the driver's side window of his father's Country Squire. I guess it's true what the song says. Love hurts.
I'm Peter Brown from Tiny & Sons Auto Glass. Windshield broken? Just call 1-888-64-TINY. And thank you.
8 o'clock news coming up from ABC. Wayne Cabot will have the top stories, and Dollywood says it will be open today, a day after the death of Dolly Parton, saying the show must go on. More on that coming up at 8. Dan McCready, local news at 8:02. Our 8 o'clock hour coming up. We'll have more opportunities to win passes to the Marshfield Fair, and also our Croy Health segment. That'll be coming up at 8:40. And you on the text line, don't forget you can always be a part of the show by texting the show. Send your text message to 781-837-4900. 781-837-4900 is our text line. Text the show. Sponsored by Auto Shine Auto Body in Abington and Braintree. 7:59, traffic and weather in the 9s. Northbound expressway is heavy. Furnace Brook up towards Southampton Street. Route 3 is heavy before Route 18 up through Braintree. Southbound is slow, about a mile or plus at the Sagamore. 25 East looks jammed approaching the Bourne Bridge. 24 on the northbound side ahead, some slow pockets out of Brockton and Avon up past 139. South Shore weather for today, going to be a nice day today. We'll have sunshine, some variable clouds, 81. We're at 66 now at 8 o'clock.
This is the South Shore's radio station, WATD FM Marshfield. And on your smart speaker, say play WATD. WATD, here for what's next.
ABC News, I'm Wayne Cabot. As fans around the world remember Dolly Parton after she passed away at the age of 80, we're also hearing how she wanted to be remembered. Here's ABC's Sophie Flay.
She was asked way back in 1982 what she would want her tombstone to say.
I want the tombstone to say, she should be lying here. I don't know where she went.
Dolly Parton dying after what her publicist says was a short battle with cancer. And in true Dolly spirit, her theme park Dollywood will be open today, the site saying the show must go on. South Carolina, Senator Darlene Graham winning the Republican nomination for a full term of her own after being appointed to take the seat left vacant after her brother Lindsey Graham died.
Thank you, Lindsey, for your service to South Carolina and to this country. It's just not the same without you here.
At least 3 Americans are counted among the nearly 400 people missing after violent flash flooding in Nepal. This is ABC News. Difficult case in family court, Texas. The attorneys for a surrogate mother from Alaska were there, along with the California couple who hired her.
When Naishin Gilkar and Omar Ahmed learned the fetus McKenna West was carrying had a serious heart condition, they opted to terminate the pregnancy. West refused, left her home in Alaska, and came to Texas, which strictly limits abortion, and gave birth last week. A family court judge in Dallas Tuesday continued a temporary restraining order, giving the right to care for the baby to biological parents Gilkar and Ahmed, not to surrogate McKenna West. Jim Ryan, ABC News in Dallas-Fort Worth.
2 college athletic conferences are a resounding no to taking back players who left to go pro. The Big Ten won't take athletes who left the NFL, and the SEC is expanding that ban to include anybody who declared for the NBA or WNBA. Starbucks yesterday, today Dunkin' kicking off pumpkin spice season, giving away 1 million espresso beverages on the app. Wayne Cabot, ABC News.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.9 WATD.
959WATD.com.
66 degrees outside of our South Shore studios at 8:02. Good morning. I'm Dan McCready, WATD News. And the news being brought to you by Life Care Center of the South Shore. They're looking to hire full-time, part-time, and per diem nurses and nursing assistants for all shifts. Contact them directly or visit lifecarecareers.com. 4 people, including a firefighter, were injured and a pet cat died when a fire tore through a mobile home in Holbrook. The mobile home on Medallion Road was fully engulfed in flames when firefighters arrived just after midnight yesterday. The fire extended to several vehicles and threatened adjacent structures. A live power line dropped to the ground during the height of the blaze, forcing firefighters to stay clear until it was de-energized. The 3 residents of the mobile home and a firefighter were all transported to a local hospital for treatment. All are expected to recover. A pet cat perished in the fire, but firefighters rescued 2 other pets. Fire officials say the blaze appears to have started on the front porch and was accidental. The fire remains under investigation. WATD News Time, 8:03. More of the day's top stories still to come.
Hi, I'm Beth Burke, Director of Admissions and Marketing at Life Care Center of the South Shore.
And I'm Sam Corey, Executive Director of Life Care Center of the South Shore. Choosing a nursing home for short-term rehab or long-term care is serious business. You want a place whose focus is on great care, exceptional rehab, and a clean, home-like environment. We will do whatever it takes to not only meet, but exceed those expectations.
Should you need to go to a skilled nursing and rehab center after a hospital stay, Life Care Center of the South Shore is here for you. Our trusted care team has helped thousands of folks get better and back home quickly and safely after a hospital stay. So if inpatient short-term rehab is for you, use your voice and make the right choice. Tell your doctor or hospital you choose Life Care Center of the South Shore. Please call me, Beth Burke, at 781-545-1370 to schedule a private consult or tour today.
WATD News Time, 8:04, and the news being brought to you by the Downtown Waterfront District. The Plymouth Seafood Festival is coming Saturday, September 26th. Enjoy the best local seafood, live music, and more. Find tickets and information at theheartofplymouth.org. Jurors in the Lindsay Clancy murder trial have been hearing from the final witnesses in a case that has largely been about her mental state when she strangled her 3 young children in 2023. The trial resumed yesterday, and it included testimony in the afternoon from Dr. Gregory Satoff, the prosecution's final rebuttal witness. Prosecutor Jennifer Sprague questioned him about his interviews with Lindsay Clancy earlier this year, in May and in June.
When I asked her about the voice that she heard, again, she said that it started really right after the telephone call at 5:34 with her husband, Patrick. And she said it was a man's voice. It was very clear. It was external. In other words, it came from outside of her head. That it was constant. So this phrase, "This is your last chance. You have to kill your kids and then kill yourself," was something that was repeated over and over and over and over again during that period that she strangled her children. And then just as soon as it started, it stopped at when she had finished killing the children, strangling the children.
Sathoff is a professor of emergency medicine and a forensic psychiatrist. He has also done work for the FBI. Court will resume this morning at 9 a.m. The trial is expected to move on to closing arguments by tomorrow. Boston Symphony Orchestra musicians approved a new contract avoiding a possible strike. The new 3-year agreement was reached yesterday between the BSO musicians, the Boston Musicians Association, and the BSO trustees, and it is in effect through August of 2029. The BSO musicians had threatened to strike last week when negotiations hit an impasse. The Musicians Association said the contract creates a, quote, precedent-setting partnership between musicians and management in artistic planning and establishes a collaborative process in the search for their next music director. There has been tension between the musicians and the Boston Symphony Orchestra trustees when the trustees announced in March that they were not renewing the contract of music director Andres Nelson that was to expire at the end of Tanglewood's 2027 season. WATD News Time coming up on 8:08. Traffic and weather on the 9s next.
If you love fresh New England seafood, mark your calendar for Saturday, September 26th. The Plymouth Seafood Festival is taking over Plymouth's beautiful waterfront district from 11 to 4 with an unforgettable day of food, fun, and family entertainment. Sample the best of the South Shore, including fresh oysters, delicious local lobster rolls, and rich, hearty clam chowder. Then cheer on your favorite in the popular clam chowder competition. Beyond the food, enjoy live music, crafts, and games, marine life exhibits, local beer and wine available for purchase, plus fascinating displays featuring harbor master and fishing boats. The festival spans 3 convenient waterfront locations: Hedge House Lawn, Town Hall Common, and the Harbor Masters Building, with a free trolley, making it easy to visit them all. Whether you're a seafood lover or just looking for a great family day on the waterfront, the Plymouth Seafood Festival has something for everyone. The show goes on rain or shine, so get your tickets and the latest festival information today at theheartofplymouth.org. We'll see you on the Plymouth waterfront, Saturday, September 26th.
Now, WATD traffic and weather on the 9s.
8:09, and this report sponsored by 95.9 WATD.com, and we are looking at some slowdowns. Northbound on Route 3 from Route 18 in Weymouth up past Union Street. Southbound is slow about a mile at the Sagamore. 25 East is slow at the Bourne. We do have some delays on 44. We're seeing a delay about a mile or so eastbound at the lights at in between Oliver Mill Park and 105 in Middleborough. Looks like 44 West is slow about a mile or two approaching the Middleborough Rotary. 24 is slow getting by 140. And then again, some more delays as you make your way up out of Brockton, heading up towards 139. Northbound Expressway filled in Furnace Brook up towards Southampton Street. 93 on the southbound side is slow from Braintree to Ponkapog. 128 heavy northbound. 95 in Canton up to 109. And we should mention the delay down here on in Taunton is a left lane crash. 24 north after 140, you're back to Padelford Street. This report is sponsored by 95.9 WATD.com, your source for local news, weather, get our great features like Pet of the Week and more at 95.9 WATD.com. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather.
Across Greater Boston, the Metro South and the South Shore, we're starting off with temperatures into the upper 50s and low 60s. We won't see quite as much sunshine here for the day today. Clouds will be on the increase. Your top temp will be near 80 degrees. Coming up for tonight, plan on just a few clouds. Overnight low temperatures will be near 60. For tomorrow, plan on some partial sunshine. The breeze will start to freshen a little bit out of the south. Highs will be into the mid-80s. A touch on the unsettled side for Friday with scattered showers and some thundery downpours. The high temperature near 80. And then we'll head into the weekend with cooler and drier air for Saturday. Some partial sun Highs will be into the upper 70s. Sunday's sunny with a top temp in the low 80s. Next weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Josh Nichols.
67 degrees at the weather station WATD. I'm Dan McCready at 8:11. The South Shore's morning news continues now on 95.9 WATD.
The South Shore's morning news rolls on. Great to have you here. 95.9 FM on the radio, everywhere on the Audacy app. And we got the YouTube feed fired up. WATD Radio on YouTube. WATD Radio on YouTube. Coming up later in the hour, our Croy Health segment. We do that once a month after the 8:30 news. And I do want to let you know later in the 9 o'clock hour, we'll have Love Bites from Francesca Luca. And also, we will have the Wednesday wine as well. And that's a chance for you to let us know what is troubling you. The Wednesday wine. And that's up on the Facebook page. You can go there and leave your comments. WATD on Facebook. That's facebook.com, 95.9 WATD. If you want to leave any gripes on there or things that you want Francesca to comment on in the Wednesday wine. So we'll give you credit for that. That's coming up at 9:35. Right now, as promised, we do want to give away another family 4-pack. Dan, should we do it? Yeah, we should. Okay. Another family 4-pack to the Marshfield Fair. I mean, what's the sense of holding on to the fair passes, Dan, right? We might as well give them away because...
Absolutely.
I mean, we don't want these to gather dust on the shelf. We want to send people to the Marshfield Fair. We want them to have a good time.
Indeed,
Summer's still happening. School's not in session yet, right? Although, wait a minute.
Well, some communities, I think.
Some communities, okay. All right.
They're going to start, they've either started going back or will very, very soon.
All right. So here's what we want to do. We have another family. We gave one away in the 6 o'clock hour, and now we're going to give away one more here, and we're talking about a family 4-pack, and I'll show it up here if you're watching on YouTube, just so you know that we're telling the truth. Look at this, 4 passes. One of them, the red one, is the one for the car, so that counts as a person in a car. So it's a family 4-pack for you and your car to go to the fair for free.
You can pack your cat at the fair.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we had a great day yesterday. I had so much fun, Dan. We had fun. We went and we saw Ronnie the Master Gardener was there. We went down to Aggie Hall. We saw the animals. I hung out with the cows.
Yep.
And it was great. And we had all those young 4-H members talking about their passion, which was great, which was so fun to see all the animals. And then, of course, we had the food. And those Willow Tree donuts were amazing. And the fried dough.
Everybody's raving about those. Yeah.
So really a very good time at the Marshfield Fair. So much fun. And it was nice to see so many people yesterday for Senior Day. It's 4-H Day today. Children's Day is tomorrow. And then also they're going to have a special day for veterans, which will be coming up at the on Sunday, the final day of the fair, which will be on Sunday, August 30th. Well, all right. So, Dan, let's open up the telephone line here for you to call. 781.
Yes, the telephone.
Yeah, I know. Well, so because we're so used to using the text line for everything, but we've got the old telephone here, and it still works, so you can call in at 781-837-4900.
You can even use a rotary phone if you still have one.
Yeah, if you have one. Yes, exactly. All right, call in 781-837-4900. And Dan, what caller do you want to take? Anywhere between 5 and 15 again. You pick the number.
Let's go with 10 this time. A nice even number.
All right, caller number 10 right now, 781-837-4900. Caller 10 right now, 781-837-4900. Caller 10 right now, you're going to get a family 4-pack to the 158th Marshfield Fair. So you can still go down. I asked them, I said, Dan, what are the busiest days? And they said, usually it's always that last weekend because you got the people that go, but then you got all the other people that go, wait a minute. The fair ends? Is this the weekend? And then I got to go.
Yeah.
So then you got everybody that comes down. So we want you to go and enjoy it. Marshfield Fair, caller number 10. And you can come on, too, and also tell us why you love the fair, right? Caller 10-781-837-4900. Good luck.
All the excitement and fun you remember is waiting for you at the 158th Marshfield Fair. The food, the games, the rides, exhibits, and unforgettable entertainment. Be amazed by live glass blowing. Enjoy live music, illusionists, and the zoo show. Arts and crafts, horticultural exhibits, and the bees and bunnies. And of course, don't forget the Demolition Derby. For information and a schedule of events, visit marshfieldfair.org. The 158th Marshfield Fair, August 21st through the 30th on Route 3A in Marshfield.
This is State Representative Michelle Badger. As we head into a new school year, I want to wish all our students, educators, staff, and families a wonderful back-to-school season. As a Plymouth Public School alumna, former fundraiser for public higher education, and former school committee member for more than 13 years, education has always been one of my top priorities. It has been an honor to serve as a state representative for the 1st Plymouth District, and I respectfully ask for your vote on September 1st and November 3rd to keep advocating for Plymouth.
Paid for by the committee to elect Michelle Badger.
Honey, you're not going to believe this.
What now?
The car got dinged again. I was pulling out of the parking garage, and I didn't see that last pylon. I barely clipped it.
Oh, unreal. That car was so nice when we first got it, and now it's an eyesore. Every time we look at it, there's a dent here, a scratch there.
You're right. Remember how excited we were when we bought it? I guess that's just life, though. Still, it would be nice to turn back the clock on this thing.
Yeah, it's like we need a time machine for the car. Whoa! Where did you come from? How'd you get in our kitchen?
Relax, I'm from the future.
The future?
That's right. And in exactly 2 minutes, you're going to hear a radio commercial for Luchetti's Complete Auto Center. And after you hear it, you'll bring your car there, they'll fix the dents, repair the scratches, and make it look like it just rolled off the showroom floor.
So you're saying Luchetti's is basically a time machine for cars?
Exactly. From parking lot dings and minor scrapes to major collision repairs, they've got you covered. In fact, they'll even repair the damage from that manure truck you're going to hit next week.
The what truck?
Thanks for the warning. Luchetti's it is, honey. Let's go.
Just try to keep it under 88 miles per hour on the way there, huh?
Well, we want to congratulate our winner going to the Marshfield Fair, and it's Dorothy from Marshfield. There's no place like home, and Dorothy is local, and she's from Marshfield, and she's excited to go to the Marshfield Fair. She wins herself our 4-pack. This is a 4-pack of passes, which also gets the free parking, and so congratulations to Dorothy. She didn't want to come on the air, so I'm not going to make her, but I did ask her, what's your favorite part of the Marshfield Fair? And she said she loves the animals. So she's going to have a good time down there at the Marshfield Fair. Congratulations, Dorothy from Marshfield. Marshfieldfair.org, marshfieldfair.org. The fair runs through Sunday, August 30th. All right, it's 8:19. Back out to the roads we go. WATD traffic and weather. We update it every 10 minutes on the 9s. And the ride this morning along 24, we've got a crash. 2 lanes blocked, the 2 left lanes knocked out. 24 north after 140. Traffic's jammed from Padelford Street. Very tough squeezing by over in the right side there in the breakdown lane, getting by that crash. And then more delays on 24 starting after Route 27 in Brockton up into Stoughton. Route 3 is slow from Route 18 up towards Union Street. Southbound is slow, about a 3/4 mile backup at the Sagamore. 25 east is slow at the Bourne. And the expressway northbound is heavy and slow from Furnace Brook as you make your way up towards Andrews Square. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather. Let's get the details. Going to be another great day over at the fair today. Meteorologist Josh Nichols with the South Shore's most accurate and dependable weather. And it's being sponsored this time around by Wemeyer Dentistry. Wemeyer Dentistry in Duxbury. Experienced quality care with state-of-the-art equipment that will exceed your expectations every step of the way. Online at WeMeyerDentistry.com.
Across Greater Boston, the Metro South and the South Shore, we're starting off with temperatures into the upper 50s and low 60s. We won't see quite as much sunshine here for the day today. Clouds will be on the increase. Your top temp will be near 80 degrees. Coming up for tonight, plan on just a few clouds. Overnight low temperatures will be near 60. For tomorrow, plan on some partial sunshine. The breeze will start to freshen a little bit out of the south. Highs will be into the mid-80s. A touch on the unsettled side for Friday with scattered showers and some thundery downpours. The high temperature near 80. And then we'll head into the weekend with cooler and drier air for Saturday. Some partial sun. Highs will be into the upper 70s. Sunday's sunny with a top temp in the low 80s. Next, weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Josh Nichols.
Thanks, Josh. Right now, outside our studio in Marshfield, we are at 68 degrees at the weather station. WATD. Sports coming up next.
Dental problems always seem to occur at the most inconvenient times. I'm Dr. Sean O'Brien of Wiemeyer Dentistry. Don't let a broken tooth or dental infection ruin your plans. Let our team of hygienists and dentists show you why so many people trust us with their smiles. We offer the latest in dental technology in our comfortable, state-of-the-art facility. If you're looking for a dental office to call home, call us today, 781-934-5292, or find us on the web at WiemeyerDentistry.com.
8:22, and it's time now for WATD Sports. Good morning. I'm Rob Hakala, and our sports report is sponsored by Hingham Lumber. Now is the time to build the deck of your dreams. Spend $2,000 or more on fiber-on decking between now and September 30th, and be entered to win a Weber SA 325 Indigo Grill, courtesy of Hingham Lumber, Route 3A in Cohasset. Well, a win for the Red Sox last night in Miami. Dramatic fashion. What a game that must have been to see in the 11th inning as the Red Sox beat the Marlins 7-3 in Miami thanks to a grand slam coming at just the right time in the 11th. I guess this would be, in the 11th inning, Jarren Duran. And so here's the call of the hit in the top of the 11th. This is on WEEI radio, audio courtesy of WEEI. All right, so there you go. The Red Sox would win it 7-3, and so they have won 5 in a row. They'll try and go for a sweep of the Marlins tonight in Miami at 6:40 with Sonny Gray on the mound. Patriots will wrap up the preseason tomorrow night in Cleveland. They'll take on the Browns. That'll be at 8 o'clock. The Patriots open the regular season in Seattle on September 9th. And that's our update on sports on WATD.
Is it time? Is your deck showing its age? Whether you're a homeowner looking to upgrade or a builder searching for the best materials, it's time to discover fiber-on decking at Hingham Lumber. Fiber-on decking isn't just about great looks, it's about performance. Built to resist fading, staining, and mold, Fiberon offers a low-maintenance, long-lasting solution that stands up to the elements. No matter the size or scope of your project, you can imagine the possibilities when you have the expert advice from the team at Hingham Lumber. You'll review the wide variety of colors and finishes Fiberon offers to help you create a stunning outdoor space that will last. Whether you're installing a new deck or upgrading a current one, let us help make it easy to achieve a beautiful, worry-free deck that looks great and performs even better. Visit Hingham Lumber today on Route 3A Cohasset or online at hinghamlumber.com and discover why Fiberon is the best choice for your deck project.
The Marshfield Chamber of Commerce is bringing back the annual South Shore Lobster Fest, Saturday, September 19th from 12 to 5 at the Marshfield Fairgrounds. Celebrate the South Shore with great food, local vendors, live entertainment, and fun for the whole family. Check out the Seaside Marketplace, the Claw Club, and the Little Lobster Kids Zone. Take a stroll down Lobster Lane, shop local artisans, and discover businesses and organizations from the South Shore. Bring your appetite. Every food vendor will be serving their own lobster creation, and you get to vote for the festival favorite. Try the dishes, cast your vote, and help crown this year's winner. Break out your best lobster-inspired, nautical, or festival-worthy outfit for the Lobster Fest Best Dressed Contest. Get your pre-sale tickets at southshorelobsterfest.com/tickets and receive a raffle ticket. Tickets will also be available at the door, and kids 5 and under are free. That's Saturday, September 19th from 12 to 5 at the Marshfield Fairgrounds. Go to southshorelobsterfest.com.
How's the ride from your hometown to downtown? Traffic on the nines every morning and traffic updates all day long on 95.9 WATD.
Hey, great to have you along this morning on the South Shore's Morning News as we are coming to you from the WATD Coastal Heritage Bank studio. And if you want to check out our studio, you certainly can watch the show live on the YouTube feed, WATD Radio on YouTube. And thanks again to Coastal Heritage Bank. We had a chance to see Bob and the rest of the Coastal, Jack. Yeah, the Coastal Heritage team was there, and they met up with us at the Marshfield Fair. We had some fun catching up with them. Coastal Heritage Bank, community-focused, locally trusted since 1889. Coastal Heritage Bank, growing together. Member FDIC, member DIF, Coastal Heritage Bank, sponsoring our studio. And the text line, if you want to check in, you can certainly do that by texting the show at 781-837-4900. Our text line is sponsored by Auto Shine Auto Body in Abington and Braintree. So feel free to connect into the show. You can do that at any time by texting in at 781-837-4900. 781-837-4900 is our WATD text line. Coming up, we'll get an update on traffic and weather. That's next on the 9s.
These are your political insights from ABC News. Keeping it in the family, Senator Darlene Graham has won the special Republican primary runoff election for South Carolina's U.S. Senate seat, setting her up to take her late brother Lindsey Graham's spot on the ballot in the upcoming general election. Darlene Graham, emotional.
Thank you, Lindsay, for your service to South Carolina and to this country. It's just not the same without you here.
Her opponent, Ralph Norman, was caught off guard.
I did not prepare a concession speech, I'll tell you. That was not in the cards. But, you know, you when you sign up, you can win or you can lose. I took that risk.
If he can't have his name on it, nobody can have it. That seems to be the message from the Trump Justice Department, which is now threatening to tear down the iconic Kennedy Center if a federal judge doesn't greenlight President Trump's effort to renovate the building and put his own name on the front of it. Wayne Cabot, ABC News.
All right, we have the 8:30 news coming up. We're going to check in with Dan McCready in the WATD newsroom and get you updated on the morning's top stories. Next half hour, once a month, we do have our Croy Health segments that'll be coming up, and Courtney and Darlene will be our special guests this week in the Croy Health segment, and you'll be able to hear from them. And we'll also have our WATD YouTube channel as well. That's coming up right after the 8:30 news on 95.9 WATD. Great to have you along for the South Shore's Morning News on a Wednesday. 8:29, back out to the roads. WATD's traffic and weather on the 9s. And taking a look at the ride on the expressway northbound. That's heavy and slow from Furnace Brook up towards Columbia Road. Route 3 is slow before Route 18 up into Braintree. Southbound is slow at the Sagamore. 25 East is heavy at the Bourne. 24, some slowdowns up through Avon and Stoughton. Still dealing with some delays at 93 out of Braintree over to Ponkapog. 128's heavy 95 up past 109 in Dedham. And again, as we mentioned, we do have delays at both Cape bridges. Slow on the approach to the Sagamore and the Bourne getting on Cape. And down in Taunton also, we do have that crash, 24 northbound. The left lanes are blocked after 140. You're back to Padelford Street. South Shore weather. For today, we are going to have a nice day today around the South Shore. We'll have lots of sunshine, some variable clouds, a high near 81. Tonight, some variable clouds, a low down to 62. 69 in Marshfield. Good morning. It's 8:30.
The South Shore's Morning News on 95.9 FM WATD.
69 degrees outside of our South Shore studios at 8:30. Good morning. I'm Dan McCready, WATD News. And the news being brought to you by Tiny & Sons Glass. His boys do a good job. 1-888-64-TINIES. Forensic psychologist and prosecution rebuttal witness Dr. Kurt Helbron was back on the stand yesterday, where the prosecution asked him about a phone call Lindsay Clancy made.
And, Doctor, did you find any significance in your evaluation to the fact that she was able to complete a phone call with her husband during this time frame of killing the children and herself?
Yes, that was very unusual in my experience to have a crucial time interrupted by something like a phone call, because one of the considerations there is that you then not only can document the time that it happened, and that helps be more precise about the time, but you also have whoever is on the other end of the phone. And this was her husband. When he called her at 5:33, she didn't pick up, but she called back immediately at 5:34. And when I talked to him during the collateral interview, one of the things he said is that she sounded on the short call distracted. And like she was in the middle of something, but it wasn't anything that struck him as that unusual. He said when she's home with 3 kids, she's always in the middle of something.
During cross-examination, defense attorney Kevin Reddington asked him about what role medications played in regards to her mental state.
There were questions that they raised about the medication.
It wasn't just questions. They said that's the reason. The secondary diagnosis as to why they wouldn't accept this young lady is because of the medications that she had been prescribed. Over-medicated. Do you recall seeing that in those records?
Yes, I recall a diagnosis of depression, which was not specified further because there were medicine complications.
Do I have to get the medical records and read them to you?
I actually have something in my report, so I can read it back to you.
Can you pull it out and tell me what the discharge diagnosis was?
I'm on page 18 of my report. And
discharge diagnosis?
The records indicate a diagnosis of generalized anxiety disorder and depressive disorder without further specification, and I quote, due to adverse drug effects.
Anything else?
Yes. They indicate that her chief complaint was feeling numb and crazy depressed, identified passive, suicidal ideation.
Prosecutors say Clancy deliberately killed her kids, arguing she sent her husband out on errands before strangling the children and then attempting suicide. The defense says Clancy was experiencing postpartum psychosis and was unable to appreciate the wrongfulness of her actions. A second case of West Nile virus infection has been reported in Massachusetts. The State Department of Public Health said that a man in his 60s was exposed in Middlesex County. This follows last week's report that a man in his 90s was infected by the virus, also in Middlesex County. Health officials say the risk of West Nile virus has been elevated in the greater Boston area. West Nile positive mosquitoes have been detected in several counties, including Plymouth and Norfolk counties. WATD News Time, 8:34. More of the day's top stories still to come.
It was the summer of 1969, and Toby Gibson was taking the prettiest girl in school, Diane Lane, on their first official date. Toby's dad let him take his prized Ford LTD Country Squire, a beautiful vehicle with wood grain paneling, massive interior space, and a V8 engine, to the Marshfield Drive-In Theater. Toby was pulling out all the stops. Easy Rider was playing on the big screen that night, and Toby and Diane saw most of the movie. Of course, Toby was going to clean all the popcorn that had somehow found its way onto the floor before he returned his dad's car. But when the movie ended, Toby wasn't thinking about that just yet, or about much of anything, really. A love struck Toby's head was still up in the clouds. Amidst first love's fog, Toby forgot to unhook the speaker from the car, pulled away, and came crashing back to earth as that speaker smashed through the driver's side window of his father's Country Squire. I guess it's true what the song says. Love hurts.
I'm Peter Brown from Tiny & Sons Auto Glass. Windshield broken? Just call 1-888-64-TINY. And thank you.
WATD News Time, 8:35, and the news being brought to you by Bellstar Jewelry. The same Bellstar Jewelry you know and love, now under new ownership. Shop Bellstar Jewelry's grand reopening sale. Visit them in the Anderson Plaza in Pembroke today. A deep partial lunar eclipse will take place tomorrow night, on Thursday night, and joining us this morning to discuss this further is the Astro Geek, Stephen LaFlame. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me back.
So the first question I wanted to ask is, what is a lunar eclipse exactly?
Well, tomorrow evening we have a full moon. And if you think about a full moon, when you view a full moon rise, you're facing east, and the sun's set is directly behind you in the west. So they're completely opposite ends of the sky. And right in the middle where you're standing is the planet Earth. So the moon is illuminated by sunlight, and occasionally the big bully Earth gets in the way of that sunlight, and the moon is not able to reflect it back. That's what happens during a lunar eclipse. The moon passes through the Earth's shadow. And tomorrow evening, beginning at 10:33 p.m., you're going to see the moon start to slide into the Earth's shadow. The lower left-hand corner of the Earth is going to get a dark shading to it, and that's going to continue for the next 90 minutes or so until 12:12 a.m., which will be Friday morning, where the moon will be 96% covered by the Earth's shadow. There'll be a little sliver at the top of the moon, which is still white, like a normal full moon would be, but the rest of the moon will be a deep ashen gray, red color, and it will be beautiful to look at. I just want to let people know you don't need any special equipment. You just have to be able to get out there and find the moon, which should be pretty high overhead at the magic hour.
So it sounds like this is going to be very visible here on the South Shore.
It's visible across the entire United States, actually, and the problem with the South Shore is that the forecast does not look good right now. I've been looking forward to this event all summer long, and the forecast is not favorable. If we miss this one, then we've got to wait 3 years. We'll have 2 total lunar eclipses in 2029. However, if you have relatives in other parts of the country, certainly alert them to get out there and look. Or you can go on the internet and find a live cast where many places will be showing this event live on the internet. And again, it'll be the same time for us, right around midnight tomorrow night.
And so midnight, it sounds like, is the best time to try and go and view this phenomenon.
That's when the peak coverage is. That's when 96% of the moon will be covered, except for that little bright part at the top. But you can watch this proceed over, 90 minutes on either end. You'll see the shadow grow, reach its maximum, and then the shadow will slowly move away until 1:52 a.m. But it is a beautiful event, and if it's possible, get out there and see it.
And as you said, there's no kind of special glasses or equipment or anything like that needed.
No, just your eyeballs and maybe some binoculars, and it should be a very eerie, maybe there'll be a break in the clouds and we can see this thing for a little bit. So at least get out there and give it a shot. If there's a hole in the clouds, you'll be treated.
All righty. Well, we're going to have to leave it right there, but thank you so much for speaking with us. We do appreciate it.
Okay, take care.
Traffic and weather next.
Jewelry is more than something you wear. It's a celebration, a milestone, a family story. The pieces you treasure today become the memories you'll pass on tomorrow. That's why generations of South Shore families have trusted Bellstar Jewelry in Pembroke for expert repair, restoration, and guidance. The Frasca family is proud to continue the tradition of personal service and craftsmanship that customers have relied on for decades. Visit Bellstar Jewelry at Anderson Plaza, Route 139 in Pembroke, or online at bellstarjewelry.com. A trusted jeweler is your best advisor. Bellstar Jewelry.
Now, WATD traffic and weather on the 9s.
And good morning. The time now is 8:39, and your Wednesday ride. We are seeing delays on 24 North. We've got a crash. The 2 left lanes are blocked. This is after 140. It's down in the Taunton area. And again, it's on the northbound side, and it's really heavy back from before Padelford Street. Now, traveling up beyond there, we've got some slowdowns near 139 in Stoughton towards 93. The rest of the ride on 24 North is in pretty good shape. Now, here on the South Shore, Route 3 on the northbound side, moving along. We like that typically in the summer. Not too bad along the northbound side of Route 3. You do have slowdowns starting. You'll have some building volume around Route 18 in Weymouth up into Braintree. Southbound, if you're down the Cape, just about a quarter-mile delay at the Sagamore. 28 North, a little busy at the Bourne, but not too bad. Northbound Expressway, slowdowns from Furnace Brook up towards Southampton Street. The ride into the city, Braintree to Boston right now at about 33 minutes. This report is sponsored by attorney Chris Early and the Early Law Group. Injured? Call early before it's too late. Early Law Group and attorney Chris Early have helped thousands of Massachusetts injury victims fight for the compensation they deserve. Call early. before it's too late. 617-444-7777. 617-444-7777. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now, South Shore weather.
At the Blue Hill Observatory, the sun rose at 6:03 this morning, and it will set tonight at 7:27 p.m. We're losing about 2.5 minutes of daylight per day now as we get closer and closer to fall. It'll be another dry day for Blue Hill. 1.73 inches of rainfall has been recorded for the month of August, and that represents a departure from normal of about 1.5 inches. Total precipitation for the year at 25.83 inches. That's a departure on the negative side of 8 inches. So we could use the rain, but we'll just find an increase in cloud cover for today. Your top temp at 80 degrees. Coming up for tonight, look for just a few clouds. Overnight low temperatures will be near 60. A southerly breeze will freshen for tomorrow with some partial sunshine. High temperatures will be into the mid-80s. Friday offers up scattered showers and a couple of thundery downpours. The high temperature near 80 degrees. As we head into the weekend, look for some partial sunshine for Saturday with highs in the upper 70s. Sunday's mostly sunny with a southwesterly breeze and a top temp close to 80. Next weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Josh Nichols.
69 degrees at the weather station WATD. I'm Dan McCready at 8:42. The South Shore's morning news continues now on 95.9 WATD.
Great to have you here. Wednesday edition, 95.9 FM, everywhere on the Audacy app, and also you can watch live or later on YouTube, WATD Radio on YouTube. And in this segment, as you know, once a month, it is our Croy Health segment, formerly NVNA and Hospice. Proud to provide quality home care, hospice, and palliative services to 27 towns from Plymouth to Milton. Visit croyhealth.org, CROI Health.org. And Renee McInnes is off this month. She'll be back with us next month. We have this segment once a month as we talk about Croy Health. And joining us now, not one but two special guests in studio this month. And we're going to start. Courtney Medlin is the Director of Communications at Croy Health. And Courtney, you have brought along a very special guest with you today, and both you and I believe Darlene are going to talk a lot about Croy Health. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm really excited to be here. We've been working with Darlene and Hollywood Agency for over a decade, and we're excited to talk about our rebrand that happened last year and Croy Health.
Oh, this is great. Well, it's certainly good to see you, Courtney, and Darlene Hollywood, the principal of Hollywood Agency, and again, a long-term partnership with Croy Health. And Darlene, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Great to have you in here. So, let's talk about, Darlene, we'll start with you, and let's talk first about the rebrand and why the rebrand now. What kind of led up to this?
Sure. We're halfway through a capital campaign right now, and what happened was during the process, we brought in some campaign counsel, and they conducted a very rigorous interview process of about 50 people, and that was board members and patients and staff. And out of those interviews came a pretty comprehensive report. I think it was about 65 pages. And that report outlined the goals that we were trying to meet with the campaign, and that was $20 million to raise and to get the census up to about 2,000 patients a day. And when they come up with those goals, they backtrack and say, okay, here are the recommendations to get there. And almost at the top of the list was to rename the organization.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that was something that everyone felt was really up there in terms of importance?
Yes.
Okay, so having a new name and a rebranding, that this was very important to this organization at this time as they were growing, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Well, Darlene, so we go over to Courtney about solving that name problem. And so this is the kind of issue here where, yeah, you've got a name that's obviously in place for so long. How do you come up with a new name and get everybody on board?
In more than 100 years.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's true. That's not a short time. You're right. It's a very long time.
We didn't wake up one morning and say, we should change our name today. As Darlene mentioned, it was a lengthy process, a multi-year journey to do research and find the right name that would fit not only
where we were today, because we've been around since 1920, so over a century. And as the largest nonprofit provider of home care, hospice, and palliative services, we wanted to be able to showcase what we do. And hospice wasn't always a part of our name. NVNA and Norwell, those were all iterations of who we were leading up to us deciding to change the name. And as we've grown to serve 27 towns, the N kind of got lost because we weren't just Norwell. And when we were looking at all the different names and a lot of research and a lot of data, we came down to 2, and we ended up picking Croy Health. And Croy is actually inspired by the Gaelic word for heart. And that just felt like the right fit for us, not just because the heart is at the center of everything that we do with our patients, their families, our communities, but also something that more widely reflected all the services that we provide. Because with hospice in our name, we provide physical therapy, and if a physical therapy patient received a phone call from NVNA and hospice, they were almost taken aback. Like, wait a minute, I'm just rehabbing my knee. I don't need. I'm not getting hospice care.
It's a little bit of a scary term to throw in for something like that.
Yeah, so it can be confusing, and obviously it made sense at the time all those years ago. But as both of you had talked about it, the company has evolved and it does a lot more, and it also serves a larger area. It sounds like, so maybe not having the N in there for Norwell, and as you said, for hospice. So Croy Health. It came down, as you mentioned, to just a few names, and eventually this was the name selected. And now there's a new name and a new logo for Croy Health, but it still is. We've had Renee talk about this is not due to some outside larger firm purchasing the organization, but it still stays the same. And right, isn't that, Darlene, correct? Everything else stays the same with the mission?
Absolutely. It is simply a new name and a new logo, and a name that we feel like is really going to carry us into the future.
And helps to reflect our growth. We have over 400 employees now, and 70% of our employee base is clinical. And so we still have the same, quality rated team. We still have the same mission. We're still independent and nonprofit and led by Renee McGinnis. She's still our CEO. And the only thing that's changed is our name. So if you saw your nurse on Tuesday and we rebranded Wednesday, you're still going to see the same nurse, just wearing a Croy Health logo.
Wow. Well, it's a wonderful organization, and so many people, as you both know, have had so many amazing stories, and Renee has brought in so many great people that are part of the team that have really shared their stories, and they're passionate. These are people that really care about other people, and that's what makes Croy Health so special. So this is kind of a very exciting moment. And for both of you, what was this like to kind of work on this? I mean, I know this is what you do and you're so good at it, but it is important to kind of get it right? I mean, is that when you make that change to have a new name, it's a big deal.
Yeah, and there's a couple of things to think about. Finding a name that's not taken and a URL that is available is not easy today.
No.
And something that, again, as Courtney said, had meaning. It was really important for us to find something that we could feel good about. But it was an interesting and fun process, and one that we were very calculated about.
Yes.
Yeah. And coming up with the new logo and the colors and everything. It seems like everything has been a really good transition, and it seems like people obviously they like what Croy Health does, the mission all along, but it seems like people really taken to the feeling of the logo and the new look. So
and we always say, a brand is not a logo or name. It's how you show up every day, and the people that work at Croy do show up with that.
Yes, and I think that we keep trying to emphasize we're still mission driven, an independent nonprofit, and every person who works for the organization still feels that they're still with the company because that's what they wanted to be a part of, and now we're just doing it as Croy Health, formerly NVNA and Hospice. Yeah.
NVNA and Hospice, formerly NVNA and Hospice. So if you knew that name, it is the same great people and the same great mission. And you can find out more online, right? CROIhealth.org is the website. And as this is the largest nonprofit provider of home care, hospice, and palliative services in the region, and very highly rated. And somebody... I guess it serves so many people, and as you said, 27 towns now across the South Shore from Plymouth to Milton.
Yes.
That is quite a large area. And so we encourage people to learn more about it. And Courtney Medlin is the Director of Communications at Croy Health, and Darlene Hollywood is the Principal of Hollywood Agency, and that's the firm that has worked with Croy Health for the past decade and helped execute the rebrand project. And we enjoy very much working with Danny, who we had a chance to see, and he seems like a great employee.
He's amazing.
He helps us out with a lot of the communications and helps sets us up for these segments. So that's really great. And Courtney and Darlene, anything else you wanted to mention in the segment just about Croy Health or encouraging people or anything about the change?
I would encourage people to follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and definitely visit the website to learn more if you're interested in becoming a volunteer or learning more about the services or the Pat Roach Hospice Home, which is in Hingham. We recently added 2 more rooms to the home, so instead of 12 patient rooms, we can now serve 14. So there's a lot that goes into the organization, and there's a lot to different pieces that you can learn about. So just visit us online.
Oh, that's great. Well, Courtney Medlin, thank you, and Darlene Hollywood, thank you as always for both of you coming in today.
Thank you for having us.
See you.
And that is the Croy Health segment, and we do this once a month on WATD, CROIHealth.org. Back out to the roads we go. WATD traffic and weather. We check it every 10 minutes in the morning, and it looks like we may be getting word of a crash. This is 93, and it looks like it's in the Braintree area. I would say 93. It's either north or south. It looks like it's in the median there, not too far from the plaza. So that's going to slow down in the Randolph, Braintree area, 93. Route 3, some slowdowns from Route 18 up to Braintree. Southbound is slow at the Sagamore. Not too bad at the Bourne. A little bit of a delay on 495 northbound. There's a work crew just north of 25 in Wareham to watch out for. 24 on the northbound side is still jammed as you make your way by that crash near 140 in Taunton, and the expressway still about a 30-minute ride into the city, slow Furnace Brook to Southampton Street. Let's get the details on the South Shore weather. Meteorologist Josh Nichols, and Josh's report is sponsored by the South Shore Gutter Monkeys. Experience exceptional care for your home with professional gutter cleaning, repair, and installation services. Contact South Shore Gutter Monkeys for a free estimate today. And I had a wonderful experience with the South Shore Gutter Monkeys as they did my fall cleaning. And of course, whether it's fall or spring, or you want them to make those repairs and prevent the wood rot and other damage in your home, get in touch with the South Shore Gutter Monkeys.
Across Greater Boston, the Metro South and the South Shore, we're starting off with temperatures into the upper 50s and low 60s. We won't see quite as much sunshine here for the day today. Clouds will be on the increase. Your top temp will be near 80 degrees. Coming up for tonight, plan on just a few clouds. Overnight low temperatures will be near 60. For tomorrow, plan on some partial sunshine. The breeze will start to freshen a little bit out of the south. Highs will be into the mid-80s. A touch on the unsettled side for Friday with scattered showers and some thundery downpours. The high temperature near 80. And then we'll head into the weekend with cooler and drier air for Saturday. Some partial sun. Highs will be into the upper 70s. Sunday's sunny with a top temp in the low 80s. Next weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Josh Nichols.
I'm Bobby Downspout of the South Shore Gutter Monkeys, and today we recognize another group of everyday American heroes, the South Shore Gutter Monkey Office Crew.
Ain't no I in office crew.
Actually, yes there is.
My bad.
These swivel chair jockeys are a triage team of first responders to bad weather. So when Mother Nature is at her worst, these adorable apes are at their best. With superhuman-like skills, they perform those underappreciated tasks, answering phone calls, booking appointments, and giving free estimates right over the phone.
Oh yeah.
And when the South Shore Gutter Monkey crews return from their daily work schedule, those curators of the cubicles rise to the tasks of filing, accounts receivables, and ledger entries.
Not all heroes wear capes.
To converse with one of these paper-pushing primates, call the South Shore Gutter Monkeys at 508-477-9100.
Now write that number down.
Or visit SouthShoreGutterMonkeys.com.
Take it, Johnny.
No monkeys were harmed in the making of this commercial.
WATD Sports, sponsored by Coastal Heritage Bank. Community-focused, locally trusted since 1889. Coastal Heritage Bank, growing together. Member FDIC, member DIF. Coastal Heritage Bank. All right, so win for the Red Sox, dramatic fashion last night. How about that? The Red Sox, Jarren Duran hit a grand slam in the 11th inning. Mickey Gasper had his first career 2-homer game, and the Red Sox beat the Marlins 7-3. They win. They have now won 5 in a row. The Red Sox will try and go for a sweep of the Marlins tonight. 6:40, Sonny Gray on the mound. Patriots will wrap up the preseason tomorrow night in Cleveland when they take on the Browns at 8. Still talk about Christian Gonzalez and when that long-term contract extension will be taken care of. And the Patriots say they're hoping to have that happen soon. All right, and that's our update on sports.
Frankie, what's cooking?
Shouldn't you be at pickleball?
Yeah, I'm off this week.
Well then, let's get you that coffee.
Around here, people remember you and your schedule. At Coastal Heritage Bank, we believe banking should feel just as personal. For generations, we've helped South Shore families with checking, savings, and deposit solutions, combining modern banking technology with the personal service we're known for. Community-focused, locally trusted since 1889. Coastal Heritage Bank, growing together.
Member FDIC, member DIF, equal housing lender.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Did you know that driving under the influence of marijuana is illegal? Driving high will get you a DUI. And if you're wondering if law enforcement can tell you're driving high, well, everyone else can. Friends?
I can tell you drove high.
Parents?
I can tell when you drive high.
Relatives?
I can tell. You drove here high, didn't you?
So what makes you think law enforcement can't?
I can tell.
If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
Now, the Old Colony Elder Services Tip of the Month. August is National Wellness Month. OCES offers a variety of programs and services designed to help older adults stay healthy, active, and independent. From nutrition services and caregiver support to information and referrals, home care and protective services, OCES is here to help individuals access the support they need to maintain their health and quality of life. To learn more, visit OCESMA.org.
I'm Nicole Long, CEO at OCES. For more than 51 years, OCES has been empowering older adults and individuals with disabilities by providing information to support safe and healthy living as they grow older. We are a local, reliable resource, providing guidance on vital services and programs for people of all ages. For more information, call 508-584-1561 or visit us at OCESMA.org.
9 o'clock news is coming up. We'll get updated on the top stories from EBC at 9. Then Dan McCready in the WATD Newsroom. Our fifth and final hour coming up. We'll have Love Bites with Francesca Luca and the Wednesday Wine. So if you want to get those, you can post them up on our Facebook. If you got something you want to get off your chest, or something you want a pet peeve, you can do that. Or you can also text it into the show. The text line is 781-837-4900. Sponsored by Auto Shine Auto Body of Abington and Braintree. 781-837-4900. Expressway northbound is slow, Furnace Brook to Southampton Street. 93 south, a left lane crash before Route 28 in Randolph. 24 north, a crash in the two left lanes after 140. Route 3 northbound, some pockets. Route 18 to Union. Some slowdowns down at the Cape Bridges, but no major backups. We'll have lots of sun, some variable clouds. A high today 81. 70 right now in Marshfield. 9 o'clock.
ABC News, I'm Wayne Cabot. The funeral expected to be small and private for a woman who was larger than life, Dolly Parton, passing away from cancer at the age of 80. ABC's Will Reeve in her home state of Tennessee in Pigeon Forge outside Dollywood.
People laying flowers at various places around this region for Dolly, and surely more of that will continue as people continue to pay their respects to the one and only Dolly Parton. She is an icon around the world, but this is what she called home.
In a cosmic coincidence, whenever the next tropical storm spins up in the Atlantic, the next name on that list is Dolly. South Carolina Republicans picking a familiar name in the Senate primary runoff, Darlene Graham, winning the nod to run for a full term after the death of her brother, Senator Lindsey Graham. At least 3 Americans are among nearly 400 people missing in massive floods in Nepal. Testimony wraps up today in the trial of the Massachusetts mom accused of killing her 3 children. This is ABC News. It got up to 115 yesterday in Phoenix. Today's forecast, 116. Scientists say the heat from California across to Louisiana is dangerous for 60 million people today. The valleys in SoCal will reach around 110 all week. That's a high risk for fire, of course, and a big one in Texas got bigger overnight. The Ross Fire from 50,000 to 80,000 acres now, mostly out of control, 12% contained west of Fort Worth. ABC's Sophie Flay says a fire on the Nevada-California line is still way too dangerous for many evacuated people to return home.
About 23,000 people are still evacuated because of a wildfire near Reno, Nevada. Nearly 50 homes have been destroyed there.
The Hawk Fire, mostly uncontained also, 15,000 acres there scorched. Bill Gates out today with an essay on AI, calling for new taxes and bans, worried that AI is escaping its creators and making recipes for bioweapons. I'm Wayne Cabot, ABC News.
WATD FM Marshfield.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.9 WATD.
959WATD.com.
71 degrees outside of our South Shore studios at 9:02. Good morning. I'm Dan McCready, WATD News. And the news being brought to you by King Optical. Choose from thousands of custom frames or get replacement lenses crafted for your favorite pair of glasses. You can clearly see why they've been in business for over 70 years. Visit kingoptical.net. 4 people, including a firefighter, were injured and a pet cat died when fire tore through a mobile home in Holbrook. The mobile home on Medallion Road was fully engulfed in flames when firefighters arrived just after midnight yesterday. The fire extended to several vehicles and threatened adjacent structures. A live power line dropped to the ground during the height of the blaze, forcing firefighters to stay clear until it was de-energized. 3 residents of the mobile home and a firefighter were transported to a local hospital for treatment. All are expected to recover. A pet cat perished in the fire, but firefighters rescued 2 other pets. A fire official say the blaze appears to have started on the front porch and was accidental. The fire remains under investigation. WATD News Time 9:03. More of the day's top stories still to come.
Hi, I'm Jeff Volpe. At King Optical, we've seen it all. No pun intended. Some people put their glasses on top of their head, stretching the frame. Some people drop them and scratch them. Sit on them.
Oh no!
Even leave them on the dashboard of their car. Remember, King Optical has a full-service eyeglass department. We can duplicate your scratched lenses and repair your frames. King Optical, 20 School Street West in Braintree. Online at kingoptical.net.
WATD News Time 9:04, and the news being brought to you by Cross Insurance. For all your home, auto, and business insurance needs, contact Cross Insurance on Ocean Street in Marshfield. Yesterday, jurors in the Lindsay Clancy murder trial heard from the final witness in a case that has largely been about her mental state when she strangled her 3 young children in 2023. Yesterday afternoon, testimony wrapped up with Dr. Gregory Satoff, the prosecution's final rebuttal witness. He was questioned about his interviews with Lindsay Clancy regarding a male voice telling her to kill her children.
Doctor, was there anything about what she reported to you about the voice that was significant to you in your evaluation, and if so, why?
Well, what was significant to me is that she had not spoken about hearing voices before that in any of the mental health professionals, the psychiatrists, the nurse practitioners, the physicians and staff in the emergency departments or at McLean. And so this was the first time that she reported that was documented, but also that she experienced an auditory hallucination, according to what she told me. So that was unusual. And then also, what was very unusual was the fact that the voice stopped with the death of, or the strangling of her youngest son, Callan.
Sathoff is a professor of emergency medicine and a forensic psychiatrist. He's also done work for the FBI. Court resumes this morning at 9 a.m. The trial is expected to move on to closing arguments by sometime tomorrow. Boston Symphony Orchestra musicians approved a new contract averting a possible strike. The new 3-year agreement was reached yesterday between the Boston Symphony Orchestra musicians, the Boston Musicians Association, and the Boston Symphony Orchestra trustees, and is in effect through August of 2029. The BSO musicians had threatened to strike last week when negotiations hit an impasse. The Musicians Association said the contract creates a precedent-setting partnership between musicians and management in artistic planning and establishes a collaborative process in the search for their next music director. There has been tension between the musicians and the Boston Symphony Orchestra trustees when the trustees announced in March that they were not renewing the contract of music director Andres Nilsson that was set to expire at the end of Tanglewood's 2027 season. WATD News Time coming up on 9:08. Traffic and weather on the 9s is next.
Have you recently moved into a new home? Whether you've just moved into a new apartment, condo, or single-family home, each home has unique insurance needs. Hi, this is Carol from Cross Insurance, with local offices in Braintree and Marshfield. Insuring your home is a big decision, and it's important to understand your options. Whether you're looking for more options, increased coverage, or better pricing, Cross Insurance and Safety Insurance are here to help. We'll help you determine whether you qualify for any discounts or credits on your insurance premiums, such as a new home credit, loss-free credit, an e-customer discount, or an automatic water shutoff device discount. Plus, by insuring both your home and car with Safety Insurance and Cross Insurance, you could potentially save up to 20%. Turn to Cross Insurance and Safety Insurance. We've been working with customers like you for decades. Call Cross Insurance at 781-848-8600. That's Cross Insurance at 781-848-8600.
Now, WATD traffic and weather on the 9s.
And good morning. The time now is 9:09, and let's see where the tough spots are. We were dealing with that crash in the left lane, 93 south. It was before Route 28 in Randolph, jammed back to the split, and so that'll slow you down on the top end of Route 3 through Braintree, trying to get onto 93 after the plaza. Expect a tough ride through there. The rest of Route 3 looks good, though, from Plymouth to Route 18. Not too bad at the Cape Bridges. 24 northbound, we've got a crash. It's been in the two left lanes for a while. After 140 squeezing by in the right shoulder, traffic is back to Padelford Street. And the expressway northbound is heavy from Furnace Brook up towards Columbia Road. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather.
You'll notice an increase in cloud cover today across all of eastern Massachusetts. Temperatures will be topping out close to 80 degrees with the breeze coming in gently out of the west, but it will be dry. Coming up for tonight, a partly starlit sky can be expected. The overnight low temperature near 60. Planning a blend of clouds and sunshine for Thursday with the breeze freshening a bit out of the south. A little bit more humidity in the air as well. High temperatures 80 to 85. A touch on the unsettled side for Friday with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Your top temp close to 80. As we head into the weekend, looks dry. Saturday offers up a mixture of clouds and sunshine with highs in the upper 70s. Sunday's sunny with a top temp near 80. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Josh Nichols.
71 degrees at the weather station WATD. I'm Dan McCready at 9:11. The South Shore's morning news continues now on 95.9 WATD.
Got it, and here we go. Fifth and final hour of the South Shore's morning news coming to you from Broadcast House. I'm Rob Hakala with the morning team. And it's time now to check in with Francesca. Yeah, she joins us every week at this time. It's Love Bites with our lifestyle coach, Francesca Luca. Love Bites, taking a bite out of love, one question at a time. Love Bites, of course, sponsored by our great friends at Meineke in Hanover and Quincy. Stop by Meineke's Hanover Quincy location today for fast, reliable car care. Go with the name you know. Go with Meineke. And now, here she is, Francesca. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing, Francesca? How's the...
As good as you're doing, so how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm just enjoying summertime, and it's been a busy but fun week with all the different things we have going on.
I see all that's going on social media. I saw you at the Marshfield Fair the other day, and
yes,
moving and shaking with all the community.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's good to go down to the Marshfield Fair, and so that goes on through the end of Sunday. And then, of course, we'll be live at the Pilgrim Hall Museum on Friday doing the show there. So that'll be fun. Okay. Well, this is a time Francesca is going to answer your question. She does it every week at this time. So we'll tell you how to send in your question at the end of the segment. Also, Francesca, we'll be back. I always like to remind people the Wednesday wine is coming up. And that's a chance for you to vent something that may be on your mind or you want to comment on, or a pet peeve, whatever it is. We may talk about it in the segment after 9:30. So you can text that in if you want, if that's easy for you. 781-837-4900, 781-837-4900. I hate when people do this. I don't like it when people do that. This bothers me, whatever it is. 781-837-4900. That's our text line. All right, so feel free to use it. All right, so Francesca, you ready for this week's question?
I am ready to rock and roll.
All right, here we go. This is coming to us. Let's see. I've been with my boyfriend for 3 years. All right, let's see. And it doesn't say we can't use the first names. We'll say Emily. All right. I've been with my boyfriend for 3 years, Francesca. Prior to our relationship, he was in a 9-year relationship with a woman he lived with. I knew she always had money issues, but my boyfriend and I were at a party and it slipped out when his best friend made a snarky remark asking when he was going to stop fronting his old girlfriend money. I asked him immediately when we got home, and he confessed he gives her $200 a month just to help her out. They don't talk, rarely text, and so I'm not threatened with them getting back together, but it still feels like a huge betrayal. When was he going to share this with me, if ever disgusted? Emily. All right, well, not happy about this situation coming to light, Francesca.
My blood's already boiling, Emily.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, 9 years is a long time. Okay, I'll give him that. But, connections don't always end cleanly. And, it's strange, but money is way too often the last thing that still moves between ex-lovers. Some people need that clean break, but others prefer that slow taper. And he obviously chose the slow taper, right? And he kept it private. But that's not cool. Or at least it's not cool in my book. Mm-hmm. Maybe he feels guilty about something he did or didn't do, that was maybe unsavory. Or could he just feel responsible in some weird way? And that money that he gives her every month can act as a soft buffer against that. But obviously the real cost is what it's doing to your relationship. Here he's building a life with you, right? And has a quiet, ongoing transaction with her. So you, my dear, never got to decide whether you could live with it because it stayed hidden. And again, that's not cool. And the issue isn't not that he still cares in some residual way. You know, he decided you just didn't need to know, and he bypassed your relationship. So, you know, the should've, could've, would've, he shouldn't have kept that from you, right? Period. Wimp. That's what I have to say. You know, if he had disclosed it right up front, it could have given the tie air instead of letting it grow underground, which would be a lot cooler. So, you know, because now there's a trust issue.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that, Rob?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I can understand certainly at the beginning of their dating, this is probably not something you want to bring up, you know, at the very beginning of the relationship. And by the way, I'm going to be giving money to my ex, I guess it was an ex-girlfriend, right? I don't think he was, it was a woman he lived with. So it doesn't say they were married, so it's not an issue of child support or something like that. But yeah, if you said, hey, you know, I'm going to be sending my ex, you know, $200 a month just to help her out, is that okay with you? I mean, obviously, yeah, that would have been great to say at the beginning. It is a tough thing to get into, you know, as a starting line maybe. But then you're right, it's out there, and then she can go, hey, you know what? I'm okay with that because you don't see each other, whatever. Maybe it's just sent or put into her account or something like that. Or you say, no, you know, I'm not comfortable. I don't want to have any tie. And, you know, I mean, and in some cases, maybe it's, has the means. You don't, not that it matters, but in some people it can be, oh, this is tight. It's going to affect our budget someday. But maybe, if the person has the means, that can still be an issue, right? Even if the person is fine and they're comfortable with it and they say, I'm still not okay with it. So,
yeah. Well, people have different tolerance levels. I know for myself, that wouldn't fly. I wouldn't feel comfortable with that at all. You don't really know what the underlying reason really is. Is it that she's broke? And if she's broke, well, $200 a month isn't a huge amount of money. Go get a part-time job, be a greeter at Walmart. I don't know. That may sound kind of cold, but and maybe it is, but I just think that when there's these this ghost ledger, if you will, kind of going on behind the scenes, I think it creeps into other areas, like what is really up with him, and it makes me wonder. Emily, did you ever see any kind of red flags with this? I mean, did you talk about the relationship, his past relationship with him? And sometimes, especially in a new relationship, we're excited, we're, sexually kind of geared up, and, we see a red flag and then we just sort of pretend it's not there. And then all of a sudden it is there and it's in your face. Now 3 years is you're not in that super romantic, got to have it every night kind of thing. Well, it depends on who you are, but we won't go down that road.
Yeah.
But right. So, I just, it's a trust issue now. And I would ask him what other obligations or residual loyalties, might still be running in the background.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I didn't even hidden for 3 years. It's fair to wonder what else felt too complicated or not worth bringing up. You want to have an open relationship, and I don't want to, say women, talk more or men talk less. But, if you want to know what's really going on in your relationship, the best way to find out is to become friends first and really get to know that person. And, that way you know what you're getting into, because once you're intimately involved and things start getting a little bit different. But I'm kind of going off onto it.
Well, yeah, because you're right.
I guess the
she
main
probably
thing
was trying to get to know him, and still this didn't come out until it just they happened to be at a moment where like a friend's like, talking about it, because the probably it sounds like his friend already knew about it.
Well, exactly. And finding out because his best friend made a snarky remark at a party just adds an extra layer of sting, at least in my opinion. It wasn't just hidden from you, Emily. It was known enough in his circle that someone else could joke about it.
Yeah.
And, that public-private mismatch often lands harder than a private confession would have. So, that really disturbs me. You're not demanding he erase his past. You're just asking him to stop letting pieces of it operate outside your relationship. And I mean, that's perfectly reasonable, and how he responds though is going to tell you everything you need to know. If he says something like, well, you're making a big deal on nothing, you worry too much, you think too much, dump him.
Yeah.
If he says, I get it, you're right, I'm sorry, and you have an open conversation about why this is going on, then you have hope. It is, I will say again, it is more common than we think, and
the money, or
it does happen, but there's something about it that does keep the relationship sort of connected. So let's see how much time we have.
Yeah, you're right.
We have like a minute. We got a minute, right?
Well, yeah, we got about a minute here. Yeah,
that's fine. Let me just say, this was many, many, many years ago. My ex and I had a dog. We loved our dog. I had custody of the dog. And I had dog insurance, but the dog ended up getting very sick, and he, I told him, and he started to help me with the leftover, the co-pays with the insurance. I mean, it got really expensive. There was something like $15,000 worth of bills and over a period of time. And I remember the day very clearly. I said to myself, you know what? I don't need him to help me with this. This is not good. This is keeping us tied together. And so that was it. I cut it off. But I was the one who cut it off. He did not. He, had that kind of responsibility personality, but he also had some secrets, and who's to say, he didn't feel a little guilty. I don't know. I don't want to badmouth my ex. If that was a long time ago, but nonetheless, so when there's money, keep it clean, pal. That's what I would say to him. Keep it clean. You want to be in a relationship with me, you don't need to be fronting her $200 a month. And if you want to do that, maybe you just should kind of see if there's more to it, because
out now.
And that's my Love Bites tip for the day.
All right. Brian from Marshfield on the text line, he says, get rid of that friend ASAP. Which friend? Does that mean the friend that told the remark?
Yeah. Well, okay. I mean, I think there's some truth to that, but he's a little rebel rouser, and as a matter of fact, he is a rebel rouser, and I would agree with that. Did you say his name was Brian?
Yeah, Brian from Marshfield.
Yeah, Brian, I agree with that, but I think it's interesting, dare I say, don't snap back at me here. But I think it's interesting that you're saying get rid of the friend, but no comments about the fact that he's fronting this girl the money. But you know what? I do think that that's a very, very valid point. But so we don't want the focus to go on the friend. We just dump the friend, dump the ex, and be with the woman who loves you.
Well, and Brian also says if she wants to get rid of him, maybe it depends on her self-value system, he is saying. And Pete from Hingham says someone can get a job doing DoorDash or Uber and make money in about 2 days. About that
there you
amount
go,
of money.
Pete. I love that. I think
Pete
that's true.
You could say get a job. Or Emily, you could also break up and see if you can get a deal for money as well.
Did Pete say that too?
No, I'm just wondering if everybody that breaks up gets a money deal, or maybe I don't know. I'll throw that in. I'm sorry. All right.
I like that though. That's a good one. I like that, Rob.
All right. Wednesday wine.
That's a nasty little side of you. I love that.
Coming back, Wednesday's wine.
Oh yeah, and I got a couple of interesting ones
this
morning. Do we have any? Well, first of all, let's let our listeners know.
Oh yeah. How can they reach?
Our website, talkwithfrancesca.com, and click on Contact Me, and I will get right back to you as soon as I can. And just also want to mention that because we've had a backlog here of questions coming this Sunday, we're going to be having, it's still going to be the Francesca Lucas Show, but it's going to be Love Bites After Dark. So if you do have a question, if you want to call in, please do.
All right, Sunday at 8. All right, thank you, Francesca. 95.9 WATD. Stick around. The Wednesday wine is coming up, and if you do have something you want to get off on your chest on the wine, send that in. 781-837-4900 is the text line.
So your car's up again, huh? Squeaky brakes, weird noises, or that it's gonna quit on me vibe. Don't stress. Just visit Meineke in Hanover and Quincy. They'll fix it fast, keep it honest, and get you back on the road before your coffee even gets cold. Oil changes, tires, brakes, you name it, they do it. So stop stressing, start cruising, and leave the car drama to Meineke. Fast, friendly, and reliable. Meineke gets you back on the road in no time. For all your car care needs, trust Meineke.
There's no better place for your kids to have fun than the 158th Marshfield Fair. Rides, exhibits, fair food, games, and entertainment await. From the children's activity tent to the petting zoo, let their curiosity rule the day. Come see the beauty within the butterfly hatchery. Put on your conductor's cap and explore the model railroad. Then let the whole family unwind at this year's music and food court. For information and a schedule of events, visit marshfieldfair.org. The 158th Marshfield Fair, August 21st through the 30th on Route 3A in Marshfield.
Technology is powerful and amazing, but digital assistants and chatbots can be frustrating. I want to speak with a real person and get a quick answer when I have a question, and I strive for my business to provide the same for the individuals and families on the South Shore that we work with. Hi, this is Alyssa McNamara-Reed with McNamara Financial. I'm a real person. I give tailored investment and financial advice to my clients, and my service staff is 100% human. Come see what makes us different. 781-834-2010 or McNamaraFinancial.com.
Well, I want to talk to you about Project Arts Plymouth. It is a Wednesday night, and it is time once again to take advantage of great entertainment down on the waterfront in Plymouth, thanks to Project Arts. Grab a blanket and join Project Arts of Plymouth. It's their 29th season of free summer concerts, and they do this every Wednesday evening from 6:30 to 9 on the historic Plymouth waterfront. So stop by, and this will be coming up tonight for 6 Fox Whiskey, featuring special guests Gail McDonough and Duke Steele. Plus, enjoy bites from local food trucks and family-friendly activities right by the water. Bring a lawn chair, a blanket, and an appetite for great music every Wednesday night. That's tonight at the Bandstand in the DCR Pilgrim Memorial State Park near Plymouth Rock. That'll be from 6:30 until 9. Learn all about the Project Arts series online. Go to projectarts.com. That's projectarts.com. We'll have a check of traffic and weather coming up for you next on 95.9 WATD.
WATD is honored to bring home one of the nation's top awards in our industry, the prestigious National Edward R. Morrow Award for Breaking News. Coverage of the Karen Reed murder trial. One award is the result of our team's hard work every single day, and none of it would be possible without you. You trust us with important information every time you choose us, whether you listen over the air, online, or on your smart speaker. Thank you from 95.9 WATD.
I'm Rob Hakala with the morning team. The South Shore's morning news is coming to you from the beautiful Coastal Heritage Bank Studios. Community focused, locally trusted since 1889. Coastal Heritage Bank, growing together. Member FDIC, member DIF. Coastal Heritage Bank. And of course, you can see our beautiful Coastal Heritage Bank up on the YouTube page. You can see the studios. WATD Radio on YouTube. Time now is 9:29. Traffic and weather in the 9s. And let's get a look now at the drive. See if we have any issues. The crash on 93 before Route 28 in Randolph was still being cleared. It was in the left lane before Route 28. Traffic's jammed back to the Braintree split. And that has Route 3 northbound heavy from before Union Street up to the split. By the way, 93 northbound will be slow. Route 24 past Route 28 in Randolph with curiosity delays. Down the Cape, not too bad at the Sagamore. Some company at the Bourne. Looks like the crash cleared 24 northbound in the Taunton area. And the expressway northbound is heavy from Madam Street up towards Andrews Square. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather. Let's get the details for you now from our meteorologist, Josh Nichols. And Josh, your report is being sponsored this time around by attorney Chris Early in the Early Law Group. Injured? Call early before it's too late. 617-444-7777.
Across Greater Boston, the Metro South and the South Shore, we're starting off with temperatures into the upper 50s and low 60s. We won't see quite as much sunshine here for the day today. Clouds will be on the increase. Your top temp will be near 80 degrees. Coming up for tonight, plan on just a few clouds. Overnight low temperatures will be near 60. For tomorrow, plan on some partial sunshine. The breeze will start to freshen a little bit out of the south. Highs will be into the mid-80s. A touch on the unsettled side for Friday with scattered showers and some thundery downpours. The high temperature near 80. And then we'll head into the weekend with cooler and drier air for Saturday. Some partial sun. Highs will be into the upper 70s. Sunday's sunny with a top temp in the low 80s. Next weather in just 10 minutes. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Josh Nichols.
And right now, outside our studio in Marshfield, we're at 72 degrees at the weather station. WATD. Stick around. The wine's coming up.
Hi, I'm attorney Chris Early. If you've been injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or another serious accident, you may be feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and unsure of what to do next. That's where me and my team can help. At Early Law Group, we take the time to listen, answer your questions, and guide you through the legal process every step of the way. We believe every client deserves personal attention and compassionate representation.
Injured? Call early before it's too late. Early Law Group, 617-444-7777. That's 617-444-7777.
Call early before it's too late.
Few make it big in motorsports, but the real reward for most is the joy of competition. I'm Miles Heeger. The excitement and danger of motorsports are the reasons drivers love to race and why fans keep showing up. Join me and my guests each week as we discuss the local short tracks while also sharing opinions and insight on the National Series. Tune in to Miles on Motorsports tonight at 7 here on 95.9 WATD.
Oh, yeah. Miles on Motorsports. We'll see you tonight. Great to see Miles on Motorsports when he was at the Boss Bash, getting his award for Best Personality. So proud of him, and I was proud WATD was voted Best Radio Station. So thank you so much to the readers of South Shore Home, Life, and Style magazine. Much appreciated. And wait a minute. No. Where do we have, are the theme singers ready? Thank you.
Francesca,
all right, here we go.
She wants to know your pet peeve.
All right, this is the time now for the Wednesday Wine with Francesca. And remember, if there is something that you want to vent, this is the time to do it. We may talk about it on this segment, so text in 781-837-4900. The text line sponsored by Auto Shine Auto Body in Abington and Braintree, 781-837-4900. What bothers you? You know, again, we had barking dogs, people that don't put their shopping carts back, bad drivers, co-workers that have an odor. There have been a lot over the many weeks that we have had, and you could
that have an odor.
Well, I don't want to get too far into it. 781-837-4900 is the text line. 781-837-4900. All right, so let's see, Francesca, you had a couple that came in.
I cannot use the word on the air.
Okay.
So I'll change it. It's
okay.
It's it's the S stirs, or
okay.
You know what I'm talking about when I say the S stirs?
Yeah, the stir the pot. Okay.
The people who stir the pot, they're rebel rousers.
Yes. Yeah, that we could say. All right.
And that is so true. It is so true. You know what? There are people who just they know how to just turn the knife and get you going. And I would agree with that. I sometimes people have a problem with having no drama in their life, and so they create it. And so, what we've got here is someone who is saying, I can't stand the stirs in the neighborhood, the rebel rousers. So, I have a problem with that one too.
Francesca, can you just get a little closer again? It was just
there you go.
No, I know you were getting it, but there you go.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I moved into a neighborhood and recently, and I already got one. I already see one. Yeah, I've already heard her. And it's interesting because I've seen this happen before.
Mhm.
And, when a neighbor is like a little too friendly, it's one thing when they bring over a bottle of wine that first night, but then the next day they bring over a whiskey cake, and the next day it's like, do you like banana bread? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me drop some by.
Wait,
Sit up
hold on.
I
Wait.
would say sit up and take notice.
What?
Right.
What's the What's the pet peeve? Getting free food or?
No, the pet peeve
Oh,
is
okay.
people who are rebel rousers.
Oh.
What they're doing, how they start is they want to really become your friend. They do this thing where
Oh, yeah.
they're warming up to you, kissing up to you. They're your best buddy,
Mhm.
and that's actually happened to me twice in my long life. Once, many years ago, it was probably well over 10 years ago. A guy lived across the street from me. Oh, I mean, it was unbelievable. He and his wife came over the first day, brought me some wine. The next day, they brought me over half of a cake. I thought that was very strange. Then they wanted to invite me to dinner. This all happened in a matter of a week. They were bombarding me with invitations and gifts and whatnot. And then, as it turned out, they were a little crazy. So you do have to be really careful. And so this person is just saying that she does not, or she or he, I really don't even know, doesn't like it when people stir up trouble. They kind of put a fire under you. They find your soft spot, if you will, and then they go for it.
All right.
Yeah. So
that is
yeah,
no, because it's true. Yeah, I do. There are some people that try to be your friends that also just want to tell you things to make you angry. Like there'd be somebody, like for example, they'll say, hey Rob, I hate to tell you, this guy doesn't like you or doesn't like the show. What would be the point of telling me? I don't care. It'd be like, there's no point. It doesn't make me want to be excited about that. I don't care.
Yeah. Or how about this one?
This
is an interesting.
What's the
one.
point of that? Yeah, bringing somebody down.
So this woman, she lives down the street from me, right? She tells me there's this dog that's always off leash, right? That just I don't like dogs being off leash, right? So anyway, and she sends me a picture of this dog off leash, right? The dog's always off leash, she says. And the next thing you know, I'm walking my dog, and the dog gets all excited, and he is actually off leash and comes running towards my dog.
Oh,
and of course now I freak out. Well, you know what? She was right there watching the whole thing, and she was like, "You need to report that. You need to make sure that that doesn't ever happen again." It's like, well, wait a minute. Didn't you tell me that didn't you send me a picture of that dog off leash? Why don't you report that dog?
Oh, yes.
Don't try to use me.
You ought to say something. Yeah. You ought to.
Passive aggressive.
You ought to call on that. Yeah. No, that's a good one.
Passive aggressive people. Right. So, you do have to be a little bit careful. And that's why my ex-mother-in-law used to always say, that's why God made fences.
Oh, yes. Fences are very good. And these are things that Francesca's experiencing in her new neighborhood. And you'll probably have some others that you can share with us as well. 781 says, Francesca, I also don't like it. Could you please talk about why some parents let children run wild in stores? Yeah, we assume that they probably didn't drive there themselves. So, yeah. Why? Well,
I think that's a really good point. I think, thank you for writing it. I think that's a really good point. There's first of all, today, I don't know about you, or I don't know if I'm just getting old or what, but I feel like I have to be sort of hyper vigilant to what's around me all the time, because I was at a stoplight the other day, and I cannot tell you how many people were texting at that stoplight. And then there was a guy behind me. He was having a full-fledged conversation via texting. And all I kept thinking about is, oh my God, he's going to rear end me because he's not going to be paying attention.
Yeah.
So, first of all, this is going to sound terrible, but I mean, I understand that, your kids have to come with you in the supermarket, but please contain them. Do not let them run around. That's when accidents happen. I mean, I would agree with that. Keep your kids either in the carriage or leashed.
Yeah.
You know,
I
and
mean-
speaking of leashes, why do people bring their dogs into supermarkets? I love that. Oh, this is my
Oh.
service dog. Your service dogs are not Yorkies, by the way, and they are not dressed in pretty dresses.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. That's very nice that you brought that up.
Remember, we had a little person. We had a person at the station who would bring her dog.
No, Frank. Yes, I do remember. No, don't get me in trouble.
All right, we won't go there.
No,
we won't go there.
but I was going to say
that was hysterical.
Well,
that was just hysterical.
Yes.
That was like, this
No,
is
I
my
know.
service dog. Oh, really?
Well, yeah, no, I was gonna now, but I'm surprised you brought up. Did you? I was always thinking that you might be somebody that would bring in your little dog into the supermarket, but you never did that or wanted to do that, or no?
The only time I would ever
Yeah.
do that is if I like got really stuck. If it was like 95 degrees out or something and I had to run in for one thing. No, I don't believe dogs belong in a supermarket, and certainly not mine, because my dog is completely food driven and it would be insane. There would be nothing left in the store. So no. I would not do that. It's not appropriate. Dogs don't belong in supermarkets. Dogs don't belong in restaurants, not unless they're outside and they're sitting under your chair.
Yeah, I would see, obviously the most, it has like the special designation on the dog, and, especially, someone that has visual or is a sight issue or something, and they're using
That's a
the
different
service.
story, and you know those
Yeah,
animals
yeah,
because they're
no.
well behaved and they don't do anything other than take their orders. That's a completely different animal, if you will. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about people who bring their dogs into the supermarket when they shouldn't. And again, keep your kids on a leash. You know,
Yeah.
if your kids are going to be in the supermarket, totally
Yeah.
fine.
Well,
But please have them contained, because they're running around. I don't care about the screaming, but I do care about them running around and
letting children
that
run
can get- that's a
wild
little
in
dangerous.
stores. That's
But
that's 70.
more than that, I'm more
one.
concerned about the texting. I want to for a second give my little whine myself. I think texting and driving is just such a bad thing. There is not. I feel no sadness for the person who gets ticketed when they're texting and driving. I just don't. It's like it's safer to be in a plane than it is to be in a car these days, between people being stoned,
Oh,
you know, and
there's a lot of things. Yeah, I mean, as much as
texting
I was
and being
always
stoned is not a good idea, and I don't want to be in front of that person who is in that condition, because that actually did happen to me where I lived last. I was the end of Onset Ave, and boom. Now, let me say this: I don't know that the guy was texting, and I don't know that he was stoned. He was very nice, but all I'm saying is, and maybe he was perfectly straight, probably was, but guess what? Can you imagine if he were texting and he were driving fast and it was a stoplight? These things matter. I know I sound like an old lady today.
No, it's okay. This is the Wednesday wine. You got to get this off your chest, and even you as the host
Please,
of this segment,
listeners, please stop
do
texting
you
and
as
driving.
well.
There is nothing that earth-shattering that you have to say to anybody. And there are times when I feel like I need to look at a text. I pull over. Always pull over. It takes 2 seconds. If a text comes through, I'm waiting for an important text, I will do that. Do not look down at your phone. It only takes a split second for there to be an accident.
Yeah. No, I hear it. Now, Francesca, I was going to say I'm usually against the robot cars, but maybe someday the future punishment will be you are not allowed to drive and you must have a robot drive you. So that could be something there. So maybe in the future, that'll be it. You'll get your ability to drive yourself, but you can have a robot car, and that'll take care of you.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
Well,
all right.
we got to...
Enough of the Wednesday whining.
Yes.
But
Francesca,
anyway,
tell us how people get a hold of you.
Thank you for writing in about children. I agree.
Okay.
Children need to be on leashes, and yes, we will.
All
We
right.
will make sure that happens.
All right, and people can connect with you through the email, right?
Through email, go to my website, talkwithfrancesca.com, click on Contact Me.
Thank you, Francesca. We'll talk next week.
All right, Rob. See you later. Bye.
There she goes, Francesca Luca, 95.9 WATD. Okay, it is 9:45 now on the South Shore's Morning News, and we're going to be with you till 10. Audrey is coming up at 10 o'clock, and of course the text line, we'll leave it open for any other comments you have. You can get in on the text line at 781-837-4900. The text comes into the studio. All right now it's time to hear from John Shea, and we want to listen to a local artist, and John brings us one every morning at this time on WATD. John, who do you have for us today?
Thank you. The Wednesday local artist of the day is Lainey Dione. Lainey Dione is a Rhode Island-based.
All right, thank you.
Tomorrow night, Thursday at the Spire Center in Plymouth. For details on that, head over to spirecenter.org or follow Lainey Dione, Dione, on Instagram. This is called Shut Myself Off from Lainey Dione. Your local artist of the day, 95.9 WATD.
Scared of it all, overwhelmed at the thought of a simple restart. I gotta move on, but the room is loud, the walls can talk. I can feel it all, it falls apart, it always does. Never had much luck in love, I still feel it all, it falls apart, it always does. I try to fall, we'll all be caught, but I haven't found someone who's stuck. 'Cause over and over and over again, I give and I take and it breaks in the end. So I should have put it on the line when it's so exhausting every time. I'm sick of always opening up when it's easier to shut myself off. I keep hearing that the right person one day will come along. It always happens when you least expect it. I thought that I had it 2, 3, 4, 5 different times ago. Doesn't ever work out the way that I planned it. The room is loud, the walls can talk. I can feel it all, it falls apart, it always does. When will it be my turn to love? I still feel it all, it falls apart, it always does. I try to fall, we'll all be caught, but I haven't found someone who's stuck. 'Cause over and over and over again, I give and I take and it breaks in the end. So I should have put it on the line when it's so exhausting every time. I'm sick of always opening up when it's easier to shut myself off. 1 step forward, 3 steps back, holding on for nothing lasts. Never even stood a chance. Will I ever love again? I'm back to basic questions asked, trying not to beat the past. Starting over is hard to grasp. Tied in my seatbelt before I crash. When will it be my turn to love? I still feel it all, it falls apart, it always does. I try to fall, we'll all be caught, but I haven't found someone who's stuck. 'Cause over and over and over again, I give and I take and it breaks in the end. So I should have put it on the line when it's so exhausting every time. I'm sick of always opening up when it's easier to shut myself off. Shut it off, shut it off. Shut it off, shut it all off. Shut it off, shut it off. Shut myself off. Shut it off, shut it off. Shut it off, shut it all off. Shut it off, shut it off. Shut myself off.
And it's Lainey Dione and Shut Myself Off on 95.9 WATD. Rob Hakala with the morning team with you till 10 o'clock. Audrey's coming in, the big midday show 10 to 3 with Audrey on WATD. She'll be up. She's got a great program planned for you, as always, take you through 5 hours through the midday. Quinn will be your afternoon man, of course, at 3. All right, final texts. We'll get those. We had some people checking in. Gloria, Pete, and Andy. We'll get to your texts. Gray Wolf, thank you so much for your text as well. And John, good to have you texting in. 781-837-4900. We see those text messages, and we will get to those coming up before we wrap things up. Right now, 9:49. Back out to the drive. Traffic and weather on the 9s. Crash cleared 93 south in Braintree, so that's some good news. It looks like it's starting to thin out through Braintree and Randolph and Canton, but still some tough spots. Route 3 northbound is still heavy from Union Street up to the Split. Southbound Route 3, not too bad at the Sagamore, not too bad at the Cape. 495 on the southbound side, we have reports of a delay. 495 south of Route 28 in Middleborough. That could be a work crew there, perhaps. 495 south of Route 28 heading down into the Middleborough area. And the expressway northbound is busy from Granite Ave up towards Columbia Road. Traffic on the 9s every morning. Traffic emergencies when they happen on WATD. Now the updated South Shore weather. Let's get the details. And meteorologist Josh Nichols with the South Shore's most accurate and dependable weather. Josh.
You'll notice an increase in cloud cover today across all of eastern Massachusetts. Temperatures will be topping out close to 80 degrees with the breeze coming in gently out of the west, but it will be dry. Coming up for tonight, a partly starlit sky can be expected. The overnight low temperature near 60. Planning a blend of clouds and sunshine for Thursday with the breeze freshening a bit out of the south. A little bit more humidity in the air as well. High temperatures 80 to 85. A touch on the unsettled side for Friday with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Your top temp close to 80. As we head into the weekend, looks dry. Saturday offers up a mixture of clouds and sunshine with highs of the upper 70s. Sunday's sunny with a top temp near 80. For WATD, I'm meteorologist Josh Nichols.
Thanks, Josh. And right now outside our studio in Marshfield, the temperature is 73 degrees. Outside our studio in Marshfield at the weather station WATD. High tide is going to be coming in at about an hour from now at 10:58, and the low tide will be this afternoon at 4:55. Another great day to head out to the beach or over to the Marshfield Fair today as well.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and oh, they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Hey y'all, it's Charlie Starr from Blackberry Smoke. Y'all know our fans are like family to us, and family watches out for each other, especially when we're out riding. So before you or your crew get on your motorcycles, make sure you're good to ride. Even one drink could be too many. Don't let a good ride end the wrong way. Ride sober or get pulled over.
Paid for by NHTSA.
It ain't nothing new.
Honey, look at this scratch on the car.
Ugh, another one? We need a time machine.
Did someone say time machine?
Who are you?
A traveler from the future. I've seen your car after Luchetti's Complete Auto Center repairs it.
How does it look?
Like new. Dents gone, scratches gone, collision damage, all gone.
Really?
Trust me, just get it to Luchetti's.
All right, grab the keys.
And whatever you do, avoid the manure truck.
The what?
ABC Entertainment News.
Dolly Parton's friends and collaborators are reacting to the country's superstar's passing Tuesday at the age of 80.
In a statement to ABC News, Linda Ronstadt said, quote, "I am deeply saddened by the passing of my friend Dolly Parton. One of the most extraordinary musical experiences of my life was recording with her." Comedian Lily Tomlin, who co-starred alongside Parton and Jane Fonda in the film 9 to 5, shared a photo with Parton captioned, "No words."
We need a self-sufficient law enforcement robot.
Former Downton Abbey star Dan Stevens is taking on a classic sci-fi role. The actor is set to star in a new RoboCop series for Prime Video.
Which of the Pickwick triplets did
Only
it?
Murders in the Building will return with new episodes before the end of the year. Season 6 of the mystery series, dubbed Only Murders in London, will premiere on Hulu December 8th. Disney is the parent company of Hulu and ABC News. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
Tune in every Sunday morning at 10:30 for Legally We Can Say That, a part law, part everything else show hosted by Megan Gavin and Bose Levin of BCL Law. They spend all week arguing for their clients. On Sundays, they'll argue with each other while discussing different legal topics. And after 30 minutes, you'll know just enough to sound like a lawyer, but not enough to legally say that. It's Legally We Can Say That every Sunday morning at 10:30 on 95.9 WATD.
Boom. 95.9 WATD, the South Shore's Morning News. Rob Hakala with the morning team. Honors and remembrances from around the world after the death of singer-songwriter, movie star, philanthropist, and just great human being. Yes, very good businesswoman as well. You are correct. Dolly Parton. One such honor in London this morning from the band at Buckingham Palace. That's a video posted by the royal family. 9 to 5, as the world remembers this great individual. And as you heard this morning, people were talking about it. You had people, again, you have people from the far left and the far right, and you don't want to bring politics in it. But again, it's a great way where people come together. They all pretty much appreciate Dolly Parton as a person. Doesn't matter your politics, your background, the philanthropy, just the great person. Most of us, the good majority of us, while we've been alive, Dolly Parton has always been on this earth to be there, to entertain us. And she's no longer here, and that is definitely a huge void. I agree with many of you that have texted in on that. Dolly Parton. All right, a couple of other text messages here. We will get Gloria from Brockton. Thank you for bringing up, Francesca, dogs in the restaurants and dogs in supermarkets. Pete from Hingham, I worked in the restaurant industry and the grocery industry. Kids running around is not good. We are not your babysitter. Andy from Hingham, I hate the line from parents, kids will be kids. We're here to teach them right from wrong and to respect people. Gray Wolf from Kingston checking in this morning. He's looking for, looking for love, someone who has the same interest as I do to help get me out. Okay, well, maybe there'll be someone there and to get to sell his fare or his artwork at the fair. Is that Gray Wolf from Kingston? Okay, thank you. And John from Marshfield saw me at the Marshfield Fair yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry I missed you. No, I didn't. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I saw a lot of people come up to us at the fair. I was with David Wolfson. Are you there every day? No, I was just down there yesterday for Senior Day. I'll try to get back to the fair again, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen. But yeah, it goes through the 30th, so get down to the Marshfield Fair. Thanks to everybody for texting in to the show. Before we go, we do have an update that just came in. Some breaking news on a settlement as far as Meta. So I'm gonna wrap up. We'll play that update, and then we'll go right into Audrey's show. So have a great day.
That's all she
I'll talk to you tomorrow on the morning news. Bye-bye.
She left the gloom hanging round my front door.